Yeah. What's going on, people? How y'all living? How y'all feel? I'm live on everything. You feel me? I'm live on everything. Man, subscribe. Go to the YouTube channel, man. Go to the YouTube where y'all can see the chat. Everybody going, I told you I'm gonna start going live on I'm start going live on YouTube. So I ain't gonna be talking to y'all. Y'all go to the YouTube channel. YouTube. Link is in the bio. But yeah, man, I'm gonna let y'all call in, let y'all join the live. Y'all wanna, say your piece. But I've been looking at everybody talking about Russell Wilson, and you know what I mean, and with Channing, I think his name Channing, I guess his name Channing. He said that Russell was a square. That if Ciara did not, if Russell Wilson did not have bread, Ciara would never talk to him. That's what he said. Now like I said in the video that I created on YouTube, I am not the person who believes that Russell Wilson is a square. I don't think he's a square, but the amount of women that's saying Russell's not a square, he's not a square. There is literally millions of men like a Russell Wilson. There's literally millions of men just like Russell Wilson, but he don't have the accolades of a Russell Wilson. He does not have the money like a Russell Wilson. The fact that women are trying to act like, oh, he's not a square. We not, and a lot of men, we don't consider Russell a square. The women do. They don't like it. So now we lying. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Y'all go to the YouTube, man. Y'all can join the chat with him. The women consider him a square. Why are men like Russell Wilson? If you don't know he got money, if you don't know that he famous, and this is another thing that they ain't talking about, he has way more money than Future. He has triple, quadruple the money that Future has. Trying to make it seem like they don't play a part. Oh no, he just. Women typically don't talk to those guys. Women don't talk to those guys. They get those are the typical friend zone people. Now, if y'all disagree, I'm gonna put the number up here for y'all to call in. Cause I know some of y'all probably sneaking in, y'all at work ain't probably watch. Whatever the case it is, if you want to join the live, FaceTime with me, we can do that too. But tell me where I'm lying at. Now, once again, I don't think Russell is a square. Like I said in my video, Russell Wilson is the kind of man that I would want my daughters to be with. You know what I mean? He's a family first man. He's respectable. He carries himself a certain way. He moves, and you can tell that he really cares about his woman and his children. You feel me? But that's not typically what women go after. That's when. Tell me at what point we gonna be honest. How much it how much it costs to tell the truth? How much they going for? When did women start beating doors down trying to get the men like a Russell Wilson? Talk to me. Who want to join the live? I'm gonna put this up. I'm gonna so y'all can get on. I'm gonna put the link up here so y'all can go and try to jump on. I want to hear y'all opinion about it. Because once again, I don't think he is square. But I get what I guess he was trying to say. How do you go from a Future type of man to a Russell Wilson? How do you do that? I mean, they go to link, y'all. For those who on the YouTube, y'all want to try to want to join in, give y'all an opinion. How do you go from Future to Russell? Now, once again, I'm not a person who, and this thing about being a square, calling somebody lame or square, that is subjective. Because people can look at Future like he lame. Everybody don't think Future cool. Everybody don't think a man talking about doing drugs, doing Percocet, doing all the other. Not everybody think Future is the guy. So calling somebody a square and a lame, that's subjective. But at the end of the day, what do women typically talk to? I said typically. Not all women, not every woman, not every. I know y'all can't wait to say that. Not everybody can. Not everybody. Y'all can't wait to pull that one out. I ain't saying everybody. I ain't saying that. There's a lot of guys that move like Future and they have no problems getting women. It's the men that move like Russell that have problem getting women. Tell me I'm lying. That's that 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 that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Y'all go to the YouTube. I'm live on YouTube. I'm not reading these. I'm reading the YouTube comments. Let me see what you said. Oh, there we go. There it is. Not every woman like the same man. No. You just broke the internet. You hear me? You just said some wisdom unheard. You hear me? You need to write you a book. Not that one. Not every woman. Like, oh, we know this, baby. We know that. April, come on. We know that. That's not the point. The point is that there's millions of Russell Wilson type of men that don't get any play from women. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Back when I was out here, let's get into it. Back when I was out here, so this should not even be a conversation. You like who you like. It's not the point, April. Well, I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm talking about. Back when I was out here, meaning that I was out here looking for women. I mean, I'm hitting the clubs and all that. I realized early in my early 20s and really like my teenage years, but teenage years don't really count for me because I wasn't really going to the clubs until I turned 21. But when I started going to the club, I recognized me coming up to a woman saying, "Hey, how you doing?" Don't typically work. It didn't work. I see how you doing. They didn't work too. That was not the. But I scare me. I shout it. Red dress, pink shoes. Dang, you know, slow down for me, baby. Let me talk to you. That I got way more success. My success rate peeled once I was not as respectable. Amen. Now you can say, this is not all women. I have not talked to all women. My point is, if I carried myself a certain way, a respectable gentleman type of guy, women tend to not talk to me. But I learned if I can maneuver a certain way, like that typical nothing type of dude, the dude that act like dude that got baby. I used to lie and make it seem like I had 10 kids, ain't had no job. My Instagram followers know this because I used to go live on Instagram all the time. I used to bring women to my house and say it was my brother's house. I take all my pictures down, all this stuff. Like, yeah, my brother, he gone for the weekend. You know, he told me I can keep the spot. I ain't got a place yet. I'm in between jobs. I learned early that women would talk to me sooner, faster, if I didn't have too much to offer. Because a lot of women believe, and this is off topic, but a lot of women believe that she has to be the most dominant person in the situation. So if she has more than me, she would talk to me. This is what I learned. Now, this is not everybody. I ain't saying this is everybody. I'm just saying typically when men move like Russell Wilson, it's not, he don't have the same success rate with talking with women. That type of guys that get friends on. Once again, I don't think Russell is a square. This is the thing with women. This is not all women for y'all. Why y'all getting upset? Yeah, for women who getting upset, that it's not all women. It's not all women. But there's a reason why a lot of men are disrespectful to you. If men knew they had to be a gentleman to get you, like how it used to be, more men would do it. If more men, if women made it to where men have to be a certain way for him to get any type of attention from them, you would have more men like Russell Wilson's. That's not the case though. And I don't understand why y'all trying to make it seem like that's the case. Why y'all trying to make it seem like that is the case? Come on now. He sounded like a hater. I mean, he probably is hating on him. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's a hater or not. He probably is hating. But that does not take away from the fact that women typically don't talk to the Russell Wilsons. Russell Wilson had a leg up because he was a Super Bowl champion. He's famous. He's a superstar in the NFL. He make millions of dollars. His salary in the NFL is 35 million. That doesn't include his endorsements and every other thing he has coming his way. and you're telling me that he, come on, man, y'all, what we doing? I thought we were grown. I thought we were grown. I thought we were grown. See, I'm finna get out this Facebook live. I'm finna y'all go to the YouTube. So I can use this phone because I got all my phones working at the same time. But this phone right here connected where people can call in. Y'all can say y'all, say y'all peace. Y'all be cool on Facebook. Go to the YouTube, subscribe. All right, boom. We done got rid of the Facebook. We got them out of here. Now I'm finna let y'all call in because y'all making it seem like I'm reading y'all comment. You like plain men, not roughnecks. You do? How you don't mind if I'm asking, how old are you? And then this the thing. This the thing. What gets me is, even though it may not be you as a woman, it may not be you as a woman, but the fact that you try to make it, you're trying to make it seem like this is not a thing. Well, I don't do it, but you see the women that move this particular way. You see it. Say you're 58 years old. I mean, of course you're 58. Of course you don't want no. I mean, you kind of grown out of that. You've grown out of that. Why are women not talking to the Russell Wilsons types? The man is going to make sure he's providing, respectful. Why are women not talking to those type of guys? Why are they so intrigued? Stop picking the wrong women. Who picking them? Ain't nobody picking them. Just taking them down. We ain't picking them. I mean, like this. Y'all can listen. I don't know. Listen, y'all can do this. Is the number y'all can call in on. If y'all trying to jump in here, it's what y'all can call in. That's the number right there. That's the number right there. So you ain't know, some of y'all don't want to be seen. You want to. That's the number right there. If y'all want to call in, put that in. But listen, y'all trying to talk like men don't got needs. Like men ain't out here going. We got. Come on. It ain't. Y'all be acting like men be trying to get women number just to, I want to marry you. Me take that. No. That's not. That's be grown. Let's be grown. Most men who asking for women's numbers is trying to do one thing. That's if 10 men ask for your number, maybe 3 want something serious. So you talking about some, oh, y'all picking the wrong. We ain't marrying them. Who marrying these women? Come on now. I don't know what y'all got going on today. But what if it's all she has to offer? Listen. But what if sex is all she has to offer? Sweetheart, I gotta be honest. If I can be honest, can I be honest with y'all? Oh, somebody calling in. Ooh, I finna say something. But somebody tuning in. Let's see what's going on. Oh, I missed the call. I missed it. You call in again. It's all good. I missed it. I didn't get to it fast enough. But what I was about to say is, if I can be completely honest, and I'm saying it because I know it's not gonna come out right. I know how people ears take things. The majority of women don't have nothing but sex to offer to certain men. Like I'm saying, I'm speaking for myself. I understand as a man, the majority of women are not the woman I'm supposed to marry. I know that. It's kind of logical. Hold on, I'm gonna get back to it.
Call from
Trey.
Oh, we got Trey on it.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Hello, what's going on, brother?
What up, man?
Numbers.
All right, let's be real here.
All right.
Every woman's type is the bad boy. Everybody knows that, right?
I disagree, but go ahead.
How though?
I don't, because you said every woman. I don't think every woman type is the bad boy. I don't think that. Not every one of them.
Everyone. There are smart women who can get a bad boy, like, you know what, this ain't for me. I quit early. The rest of them, they wait until they late 30s, early 40s, and then they want Russell Wilson and expect to be treated like a queen. Like, if they would have just picked Russell Wilson from the gate, we wouldn't have this problem. But they won't never do that until they hit the wall. Do you agree with that?
Now listen, once again, I don't think it's every woman, because there are people out here married that is that type of guy. But I will say that probably be the case for the majority, for sure.
Shoot, I know church girls wouldn't even talk to a good dude. Oh, hey, this is such and such Billy from the church. She'd be like, yeah, look across the street, dude with the trap car. Oh, yeah, I want him. Yeah, I like that.
But see, this is the thing.
All of them like that.
But see, this is the thing. Typically though, people want things they think are different. You know what I mean? Like if you a church going girl, you don't want a church going guy because it's what you experience all the time. People be wanting things they never experienced before, or what they fantasize about. You know what I mean? So she may try to go with that that bad boy or gangster thug, whatever the case it is. But at the end of the day, like I don't disagree with you totally. Because like I said, I used to play that game. So I used to act. But I've been on my own since I was 18 years old. I always had my own place to stay. And I recognized early that if I was a good dude, I did not get enough. It was hard for me to get a woman's attention. But if I ignored her, if I talked down to her, if I didn't put her on that pedestal, it made her want to talk to me. And I noticed that from women. You feel me? So I get what you're saying, but I disagree that it's every woman.
I mean, some women are smart enough. They can realize right away they one bad boy, maybe two. Yeah, this shit ain't for me. I'm good. The rest of them, they just like to be dumb. Sad to say.
I'm not gonna say.
I had a homie who got his heart broken because he gave his all to one girl, and for some men, that's all it takes, and they straight player for at least until they probably 30-something, if not more, because they put their all into one girl.
You mean
the wrong girl?
I mean, but that's kind of what happens. I think like everybody has a story where they've been hurt. You know what I mean? Everybody has a story where they picked the wrong person, because typically, if you don't know what you're doing, like most people in this world, when you're trying to find your way through this world, you typically pick the wrong people. But like you said, when you got women who keep picking the same type of guy, because some people don't understand that might not be the way to go. That's the only thing they know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm from the hood. I have a lot of family that's still in the hood. It's the only thing they know. You feel me?
True.
So it's like, it's not like they want this, but it's like that's the only thing. Like me, right, bro? I honestly did not start seeing different type of women until I started traveling. Because I had, like, when I was only in Memphis, I was like, man, this is how women be. Then once I went to LA, I saw a different type of woman. And I went to New York, different type of woman. Went to Charlotte, different type of woman. Went to Miami, it was different. I'm looking at different types of women and how they carried themselves. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's just my environment. That's what I'm considering what women really do. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think some people just only a product of their environment. So it's not that they want to be
woman say. She said that women raise their sons to be the men that they should have had, but in reality, they're messing them up, because if women taught their sons, look, treat a girl right, but not every girl. If you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Only if you know for a fact she's worth treating right. If you see that she ain't like that, don't take it serious, be casual, have fun, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But they raise us to be simps. We get our heart broken, and then boom, we become players. So whose fault is that? It's the women. They make us what we are, instead of just teaching us both sides of the spectrum.
Now listen, I'm gonna be 1,000 with you. I'm gonna be 1,000 because now you got nothing. I'm not a person that was raised that way. I know a lot of men who are not raised that way. You know what I mean? Like the guys I hang around, like you said, who wasn't raised the way that you just described. You feel me?
Like we were raised by the mom. Go to the street like, oh, so this how you talk to a girl. Okay, cool.
I didn't learn how to talk to a girl from my mom. I learned how to talk to women from my pops. Like I've had my father in my life. You know what I mean? And it's not like my mom. I don't think she tried to teach me about women. She tried to teach me about, I think she did try to teach me some things about women, but as far as like talking to women, understanding women, like I was just raised in a house full of women, so I just picked up on it. Oh, when they wrong, they gonna get mad. They wrong, they gonna get mad, start screaming. So I started picking up things just because I was around them. You feel me? But my mom never tried to talk to me about women, like because I had my dad. So I say for me, but I know a lot of guys like that though. You feel me? I don't think it's just women teach us wrong. It's like, but at the end of the day, as a grown man, you know what's wrong, what's right. So whether your parents didn't teach you something, you know it's wrong. It's time for you to grow up and be a man and learn these things on your own. Because the man I am today was not the man I was at 25. Was not the man I was at 27. You feel me?
I feel like this one YouTube family. She taking her son. Like he be pranking her that, oh, I have 2 girlfriends, and she would just freak out. That's not how you're supposed to treat women. You're supposed to have one girl. I'm like, you do know it's 2022. You telling him this BS is, he's not gonna listen. Like, and if he does, you're setting him up for failure. So why are you freaking out when you know this is what you went through and you didn't choose that type of dude? So why are you so on him about all of this stuff? Like it didn't make any sense to me. I was like, what the hell is she doing?
Yeah. Well,
crazy.
Well, bro, I appreciate you joining, man. I'm gonna see if I can get another caller, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man.
You too, man. Yeah, man. I get what he's saying to a certain extent. The beeping is keeping, I'm bad. But I get what he was trying to say. But I'm not a person who believes that, Oh, somebody else calling. They got their thing. Y'all go to subscribe to the YouTube, TikTok. Subscribe to the YouTube.
Call from
Rome.
To accept, press 1.
What's going on?
Yeah, what's up, man? How's everything going?
Man, everything what it supposed to be, man. What's going on?
Nothing. I just wanted to say that I love the videos because you speak for a lot of people, men and women in certain situations. But just quick to touch on this topic, I don't really think Channing Crowder was really wrong because he also been speaking for a lot of people like Russell Wilson, and in a certain case, like you said, there are a lot of women who really are online. They brag about talking to the scammer, the drug dealer.
Thanks.
Like you said, not every woman, but there are a lot of women on these social media platforms who brag about dealing with those type of men, or they talk about wanting to get flown out and dealing with those type of men when they have a Russell Wilson, that they might know, but they keeping him at bay. Also, they say they want a Russell Wilson because of what Ciara basically promotes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like she's telling these women like, hey, he's doing this for me, he's doing that. Again, he has the funds and he has the accolades to now basically keep up or even be on a higher level than her. But there are a lot of Russell Wilsons around who don't have his type of money, who basically don't get that type of opportunity because a lot of women want the future type of guy.
Yeah. Now and look, and that's kind of what I was going with, like, because at the end of the day, people like, what woman would not want a Russell Wilson? You feel me? Like a man that accepted your child that you had with a known rapper who didn't care about who he got pregnant. You know what I mean? And he looked at you like a queen, put you on that pedestal. He has millions of dollars. He's a NFL quarterback superstar. He won a Super Bowl. What woman would not want that particular man? You feel me? So
exactly.
So I don't knock women for saying Russell's not a square, but at the end of the day, women are surrounded by these type of guys. He just do not have those accolades, and they put him in the friend zone. And it's like, or he don't have that time of day. So when I'm seeing women talk about Russell not a square, yeah, you saying Russell. Besides Russell, the type of man that Russell is, why are women not typically with those type of guys? Like, you can lie about, you can say whatever you want to say, but at the end of the day, the statistics show that women typically do not be with the Russell Wilson types of guys. Because if that was the case,
They
you
don't.
wouldn't have all these broken homes. You wouldn't have a certain but women are talking to guys that's not stepping up being fathers. Oh, he ain't this, he ain't that. Okay, but you slept with him, not just slept with him. You chose to have his child. Like
Exactly.
why weren't you with the Russell Wilson type beforehand? A guy that's going to step up and be that man for his family. You feel me? So it's like,
and even before that, even Ciara had to learn her lessons. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
She was the woman that basically was saying that they wanted Russell Wilson, but she was with Future.
yeah,
She had to learn her lessons, and she learned it, and she took that chance to be loved by a man who wanted to love her. There's a lot of men out here. I'm one of them. I have a girlfriend who got 2 kids. I have a daughter. We got a blended family. I was a man who decided, like, hey, if I'm going to be with this woman, this is what I have to. This is what comes with it, and I love her for that.
facts.
But there are a lot of women out there who have men that are going to be like that, but they don't want them because they want to be out here. You know, a lot of people want what they see advertised.
Facts.
So if you got women out here seeing women getting flown out, they're going to want to get flown out too. They getting Birkin bags and all of this other stuff. They're going to want that too. Not knowing what that woman might be going through to get that stuff, but they see what they see what's advertised, so they want it. And I think that's what happens in most of these cases until these women get into these situations. And now it's just like, all right, how the hell I get out of it?
Right.
And then they want to say they want a Russell Wilson.
Right.
But then by then it's kind of too late. You know what I'm saying? You already used up, not to say it in that way, but you already used up your good years. And now Russell don't want nothing to do with you. I think you just made a video about that recently.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
And it's true, you know? It's true.
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing about it is, like, why do people believe that, and it's not just women, but I'm just gonna say people, why do people believe they can make any mistake possible and somebody's supposed to understand your mistake and deal with your mistakes?
Right.
Like
Right.
as humans and as men, we understand that y'all made mistakes, ladies. Y'all chose the wrong men. You was young and all that. But at the end of the day, your mistakes,
We all do.
Your mistakes had consequences behind it, and you want the Russell Wilson type guys to understand that, oh yeah, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. But at the end of the day, why aren't women not dealing with the Russell Wilsons beforehand? It's not like y'all don't want to cross them. It's not like these guys are not, all in front of you. You have a lot of guys that is exactly like a Russell Wilson, but that is not the guy that women typically talk to, let alone sleep with, to where you have his child.
Right. And that's usually because he doesn't have that mechanical makeup, that look, that appearance. You know, also that plays a part too. Russell is clean cut. He's very,
yeah, I like Russell.
Or,
I don't like him on the field though. I dislike Russell on the field. I don't know reason why, bro. Because
we'll see what he do with the Broncos.
Yeah, see, I'm a Ram fan, fam, and he played for the Seahawks. We had to see him twice a year. I'm glad he gone.
Right.
I didn't like him on the field, but
right.
But as a person, I really like people seeing Russell Wilson because it gives people a different outlook of what a black man is. All black men are not the futures.
He's the everyday black man.
Facts.
The real everyday black man.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
a lot of these bad apples get promoted and pushed to the forefront of what our makeup is as black men, but this is what it is. A Russell, and there's 12 Russells in every city, probably more. I'm being nice, but you know what I'm saying? They get overlooked because of the guys that get pushed to the forefront. And again, women want what they see advertised. Men too. We can fall for it all the time.
Oh, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, like I said, I believe that there's more Russell Wilsons than they are futures. I believe that there's more Russell Wilson type black men than there are futures.
Of course.
But they promote only they really promote only the futures. They only promote, even like when you just use Drake as an example. Like how people talked about Drake, but like Drake as big as he is, not because a whole bunch of thugs just listening to him. You know what I mean? Like it's like Drake is a black guy, a black man that I feel like Drake is the typical black dude. And honestly, he's take off because he was able to talk about black men's feelings. He talked about Drake's so emotional, but whatever you say, Drake appealed to a lot of black men. A lot of dudes like Drake at the end of the day. And I believe that's not you would have a Drake, but then you would have a lot of Futures and Little Waynes, and you know what I'm saying. I rock with their music.
Right.
I ain't gonna but it's just like they only promote the one side of black men. But the reality is there's more Russells than they are the other guys.
Right. That is completely true. And I think when we as a community can sit down and have these type of conversations, men and women, and stop, having the verses against each other, we'll be in a better place. Because, a lot of women got upset at Channing Crowder for saying that when he was just speaking the truth, honestly.
That's what I'm saying.
We got, like you said.
I said the same thing, bro. Like, I don't think that he had poor choice of words. You know what I mean? So it didn't come off how people would wanted it to. But at the end of the day, he didn't lie about if Russell did not have money. That's not he probably would not have got a Ciara. But had
Russell been working in Best Buy, it would have been over for him.
If Russell was the cable guy, you feel me? If Russell was the electrician, if Russell was the mechanic, their energy would not be the same, because there's literally it's literally millions of these kind of men around. These guys just work an everyday 9 to 5 at some type of office. He's a banker, whatever the case it is. And there's these type of guys all around these women, but that's not what they choose. But brother, I appreciate you joining, man. I'm gonna see if I can get somebody else. I don't understand why the women not calling. They got a lot to say in the chat. Y'all going in. They going in the chat, but they gonna call in. But bro, I appreciate you, brother.
See it. No doubt, man. Have a good one. Keep up the good work too.
Appreciate that, brother.
All right.
I disagree. Ignorance is common, but good quality black men is hard to come by. That is not true. How can you and this, let's talk about it. How can you from the moment you see him know that he's a good man, hardworking guy? The thing of it is you don't give these type of guys the chance. See, you choose certain men and you hope he's that guy. But the type of guys come up to you all the time. You don't give them the time of day. You don't give them a time of day. So you can say what you want to say, but y'all don't give them the time of the day. It's these bad.
Call from.
Who?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press.
Hey, what's going on?
Hello, how are you? Can you hear me okay?
I hear you. Okay, it's all right right now.
All right. Well, you just said why women ain't calling in, so I decided to call in.
Okay. You want some smoke? Go ahead.
I'm one of the women in the chat that was talking, and somebody think I took offense. It wasn't that I was taking offense. I was just saying that men and women do the same thing. Men won't go for a skilled female if they want a certain type of female. Females want a certain type of dude. My thought on that is, man, as long as she's happy, she's happy. I don't think dude is a square. I think if he's a square, he's first square. Mm-hmm. And as long as she's happy, that's all that matters. I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, it goes both ways.
Absolutely. And this is the thing. I do not think he's a square. Like I said, being a square is subjective. Being a square is something like I could say people can call Future a square. You know what I mean? Depending on what side of the fence that you're on. You understand? So I'm not here to try to label somebody as something. My only thing was the fact that women were talking as if though they talk to this type of man. But they like this is the thing. Like, and what you're saying is you're absolutely right. Men and women do this. I've never said men did not do this. But at the end of the day, women are not giving these guys opportunities. Women are not typically giving a Russell Wilson an opportunity unless they already know of him. I'm gonna use me for an example. I was always able to get women. Understand? Like because I knew how to manipulate. Now keeping it was a different story. I didn't know how to keep a woman, but I can get them. You feel me? Because that's the only thing I knew how. I knew how to play that game in the beginning. Okay, I see how she moves. I see what type of woman she is. I just gotta be the type of guy that I know that she may be attracted to. So I was able to do that. But after that, I was kind of lost. I say that to say there's a lot of guys that are the Russell Wilson types, and women just don't give them any type of opportunity to be that guy. It's not that these guys are not out here, but it's like you're not giving them the opportunity. So once again, I'm not saying he's a square, but women saying, "Oh, Russell's not a square," but y'all not talking to him though. Y'all not fanning. You only know that he's a good guy because he's with Ciara. Before he was Ciara, what women were talking about Russell Wilson?
You are correct. But at the end of the day, when you say we're not talking to those type of men, I also look at it as how a man is coming up. You know what I mean? Like for me, I tell you, I don't like boys. So if you're bored, no, I'm probably not saying that. I just defend that both ways. I just believe that I don't think it shouldn't be all about what you have as far as he got this and he got that, because that's how that in the tattoo. If he's this and he's that, so she still got a superstar. But what if he didn't have that? So I got some of that. But it's not the same token of us. We just don't do it. Sometimes it's just what we want. And just like I say, men want what they want. Women want what they want.
Listen, and I can understand that to a certain extent. I get it. You feel me? Like I said, like I'm like I was saying, like when people start considering me famous and I started getting followers, whatever the case it is, that and women watch my videos and they watch me on live, they see my mindset. Now they're more attracted to me and they want to talk to me.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
But before you did any of that,
before I did any of that,
want to talk to you.
No. I ain't saying I didn't give anyone want to talk to me.
Well, I know you can get women. Don't get me wrong.
But I'm saying the difference is before they called me famous or whatever the case it is, I had to go out there and get these women. But now I don't have to go out there and get them because they already see what type of guy I am. And they think, okay, I kind of see what kind of guy he is. I have an inkling of who he is as a man. Now I think he's a good man. Let me give him a chance. But how many men have that opportunity? How many men get that opportunity to show a woman kind of who he is? My thing is before I was given a chance, I had to go do certain things to try to get these women. I had to lie. I had to pretend. I had to show them certain things. I had to just to get a time of day with these women. But now, since they have an idea, just like with Russell Wilson, they have an idea of what type of man Russell Wilson is. So now they're considering him, oh, he's a king, he's this. But these men are all around y'all, but you do not give him that time of the day. That's the only thing that I'm saying.
But we don't give them a chance to show that they have what they want to do.
Say that again.
You're saying so we don't give them a time of the day to show us what they have to.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Who they are in their mind.
That's what I'm saying. And women sit back and say, what a good man is. It's like, you've seen them. They've tried to talk to you. But whether he wasn't tall enough, whether he wasn't this enough, whether he didn't make this kind of money, he didn't pull up in this kind of car, he didn't do this, he didn't do this. It's like, these guys are all around you.
And you're not dismissing them. I just got to make sure you're not dismissing that goes both ways.
No, I never said it didn't go both ways. But this topic wasn't about going both ways. It was.
I got you.
Yeah.
It's just that I know that when we were talking in the chat, that's what we were all talking about. And it wasn't that we didn't acknowledge that you didn't acknowledge that. But sometimes I think when we get to be looked at as, oh, we only want this, I'm like, you're bad. The men like that too. So sometimes I think we get in our head.
No.
So do you think all women are like this? You know what I mean? But I get what you get.
Yeah, that's why I say no problem. You have a good one, okay?
You too.
All right. That's why I said, man, I don't think it's all women. You feel me? I don't think it's all women. And men do it also. My only thing, once again, is when I'm seeing women talking like Russell Wilson is a catch, Russell Wilson is this, Russell Wilson is that. And it's like you're only saying that because of what you know about him now. It took you having to know something about him for you to even call him that. A lot of women don't even give that type of guy a chance to even know that. You only know that because he's with Ciara and what is pushed out to the public. While saying, oh, these ain't no good men. They are all around you. They all around you. Women keep calling me, you a good man, you a good man. What makes you think I'm a good dude? Women write me and say, I want to get to know you. Why? First thing I ask them, why? Not saying that she gonna have a chance, but why do you want to get to know me? Because I feel like you're a great guy. I love your video. I love this. I love. So you have an inkling of who I already am. You kind of see who Jeremy is a little bit. Because you unknowingly, you gave me a chance. You watch my content. You think I'm attractive. I appreciate that. You support what I do. I appreciate that. You like my mindset. I appreciate that. And you think just because you seen it in me, you have an opportunity to get to know me. It's like, I appreciate it. But if you didn't see any of that, would you say the same thing to me? Would you want to get to know me if you didn't see any of the things you saw on my social media? If you didn't see me with millions of views and all this, would you still try to get to know me? The answer is no. That's typically not how it goes. You may have one or two in there, but I have thousands of women trying to get to know me. I have thousands. It's like, it's obvious that y'all are only coming because you seen my content. And usually when they do try to talk to me, I show them a different guy. And it's like, I didn't expect to see this guy. I know you didn't. I know you didn't expect to see this guy. You didn't want to see this guy. You thought you just gonna come in and just get him. Nah, he's real. But why should you get him though? Why? And then this we go into the thing. We go into the thing of women not trying to do anything. And this is not all women, but women don't do anything to show what type of woman they are. Like when you're in the dating stages, men typically have to be the one to do the courtship thing. Men have to do this, call you this time, understand this about you, do this. But it's like, what do the women actually do? Just sit back, and this is not all women. Get out your feelings. It best be grown. I got to keep saying it. Let's be grown. Let's be grown. And the only thing that I'm saying is, why are women not giving these other men? Now I sound hurt. Hey, if that's what you believe, I can't control what you think sounds any type of way. I understand that the truth gets y'all. The truth, y'all hate the truth. Not the truth. Oh, no. Oh, don't hit me with the truth. I'm hurt because I'm telling y'all the truth. Whatever you say, player. There's always the women saying, you hurt, ain't it?
Call from to accept, press
Why
1.
do women
To
calling
send a
in
voicemail,
and you can't
press
hear what they
2.
saying? Hey, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing? I'm sitting here listening to you.
Uh-huh.
I'm a 58-year-old woman.
Yes, ma'am.
You just said that you got women coming after you, and you know what you did?
Mm-hmm.
You know what you did? What all men do? Shoot them down. And y'all talking about we don't give y'all a chance. We do try to give y'all chances, but y'all don't. Y'all shoot us down. And that's what we want to rustle. All women. Let me say something. Most women want to get married. And they're about marriage. That's what they're about. I got married when I was 16 years old. But you know why it didn't work out?
I'm listening.
You know, it didn't work out because he wanted to have sex. I'm on the train. He wanted to have sex with all the women. Most black men do that. That's not our fault. That's why my marriage didn't make it. Okay.
That's why yours.
And he's not alive. That's right. He's not alive today either. He died at the age of 33. And I'm 58 right now. I'm still alive. I'm talking to you, right? So now, to be honest with you, I don't even want to be with a black man, okay? Because it seems like black men don't like black women.
Let me jump in here real quick before you get too far off. What you said I did not do.
You said that a woman, you said that right now, because you are a content, what is it called? You know, what you do now, all the women are coming to you because they like your mindset, right?
Mm-hmm.
You introduced yourself to them and they like your mind. And I could totally
it's no. It's not.
Relate to them.
No. That's not what I said. That's
What?
not what I said. What I said the comparison was women are only calling Russell Wilson a good man because what they already know about him. The difference is until women know that about him, they don't consider him that. And most women do not consider these guys that until they know something. And I use me as an example. I said before
That's the only one
hold
I know.
Give me a second. I'll let you speak. I'll let you talk now. What I said was women come at me now because what they know about me. Because they see my content. They think I'm famous. They think I'm making all this money. Whatever they think about me, but they have an idea about me. Not know, I wonder who this guy is. Let me try to see what type of man he is. That's completely different from a woman automatically knowing some things about me. You can go on my social media, know how old I am. You can know a lot of things about me just off my social media. So if you automatically know some things about me, that's not giving me the chance or us sitting down and we getting to know each other. You already know something about me. Why I don't even know your name. My name is literally plastered all over my social media. I don't even know your name. And most folks' social media is not even their name. So you're telling me that is the exact same thing. It's not the same thing. So I say with the opposite. Now it's different if a woman approached me and we in public and the woman says something to me and she might not know who I am. That's the difference from a woman knowing who I am and saying, oh, she want to get to know me simply based off what she already know about me.
Well, because you are an influencer, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can hear what you're thinking. You see what I'm saying? Because you're talking. So they're looking at you. And I can really relate to this because I kind of like this white guy because I can see what he's thinking. And I was like, oh my God, I love his mind. You see what I'm saying? I don't, first of all, I don't care about your money. Most women don't care. I don't know. I'm going to talk for myself because some women do like money. But I don't care about money. You know what I want? I want a man that is able to have morals. Morals is everything.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's into the family. And that's into taking care of himself and his wife.
Yes, ma'am. Not
running around in the night, digging in men and women stuff. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I want a man that's got a good mind and a good heart. That's it. That's all it's about.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I don't care what he got in his pocket, what he drives, how much money he got, where he comes from. I don't care about that at all.
That's cool.
So that's all I'm gonna say.
Absolutely. But like you saying, you don't care about that. But to act naive like women typically don't. Like we go like, for example, the woman who called in, she said, "You're not saying that it's only women who do it." Absolutely not, because men do it also. I can say that men do pick women based off certain things. It's not just, and this is not all men, but the fact that when you talk to women about certain things, they don't even want to acknowledge what I'm saying. That's not this. A woman if a woman don't know anything about a guy, and a Russell Wilson type guy just walked up to her, the mindset.
I would love that. I think he's gorgeous.
Listen, I said type of guy. I'm not talking about how he looks.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not. I said, how could you?
Remember I said I like plain guys. Just a regular guy that likes the family. That's it. That's what it's about, the family.
But how would you know that how would you know that he likes family and he's genuinely about that? Exactly.
Okay.
And
you
if
talk,
women,
you
so
talk
if,
to him, right? Wait a minute, and you listen and you look at his action.
absolutely, but if women are not giving those type of guys that chance, who fault is that?
I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is that a lot of black men don't want to be married. That's what I think.
And why you think these black men don't want to be married? Before I let you go, why do you think these black men don't want to be married?
I think they don't want to be married because they want to have a variety of women and sex.
That's what
you know it. Stop playing with me.
Oh, I'm not playing with you. But why is it the fact that these men don't want to be married because most women don't care about men at all?
Men want BOOTY.
Listen to me. Why can't it be men don't want to get married? Why can't it be men don't want to be married? Because women, the majority of women, genuinely don't care about men.
Wait a minute, say that again.
Let me say it more time for you. Why can't it be the reason why a lot of men don't want to get married? Because the majority of women do not care about men.
I care about men.
You keep saying see, and that's the problem. You're talking about You're not talking about what men experience. You can make an assumption that men don't want to get married because they want to have a whole bunch of sex, but you don't want to say that men don't want to get married because the women they keep running across, because women are saying publicly how they don't need them. I don't need you for this. Men ain't this. Men ain't this. Why would any man want to marry a woman that's screaming how much she don't need him?
You're so sweet. Y'all overlooking the right woman.
Listen, you're still not listening to what I'm saying to you. Why can't it be that men do not want to be married? Because the majority of women do not care about men.
So we do care about men. You can't say that. You do.
How you gonna tell a man, like, as a woman, I cannot tell you what you experience. As an individual woman, Jeremy cannot tell you what you experience. Why? It's amazing that women can try to tell men what they experience simply based off of you as an individual.
I don't know what you're experiencing, but I do know, like I told you, my husband died of AIDS, okay? You hear what I said?
You said it before. I heard you.
Okay. And I begged him. I was 16 not to go out here and play around, and it killed them, okay? And a lot of men are dying from it because they're not being honest about their behavior. Their behavior tells black women that they're not willing to be faithful.
There's a lot of men that want to be faithful. There's a lot of men that want to be faithful.
They don't like us. We feel like they don't like us.
That's lies.
We feel like there's no lies. We feel like this is how we feel. We feel like that y'all hate us and that y'all would rather be with a white woman.
Feel and being logical is two different things. You can feel anything. I can feel like I'm Superman. I'm Superman.
Now, mind you.
What do you know? Do you know that black men feel the way, or you feel like that? Your feelings is not a factual thing.
Hold on. I'm going to tell you, but like I told you, my husband died of AIDS. So that means that he had to cheat to get it.
Okay.
I'm going to stop right there. Y'all better, I know one thing.
You're still not making any
y'all
point.
Y'all better wake up. Yes, I am.
You're not making any point because you're once again, you're proving, before I let you go, you're proving the point that I was trying to make. That you notice not one time you even acknowledged or gave a inkling or anything that men could be dealing with outside of doing women wrong. You haven't even addressed that. So when I say that the majority of women the majority of women do not care about men, this is what I'm talking about. Not one time have you spoke or even acknowledged what men could be possibly going through. But you want to sit there and say, "Oh, they cheat, they don't like us." That's the childish way of thinking of it. That's just a few men. But the majority of black men marry black women. That's not something you're talking about.
Okay, can I talk about something else too? How about the women that's getting killed and murdered?
What about the men that's getting killed and murdered? That's not a woman thing. They got what Will Smith just did. A lot of men have done, and they're in jail and they're dead. You want to talk about that too?
Hold on, I just said, what about the abuse that's happening with black women? First of all, we're going to have to learn how to talk to each other. We're going to want to understand each other.
I mean, I'm the one that's having the conversation. You just keep trying to make your same point.
Listen, there are a lot of women that want to get married, and that's all I know. Most women, I'm just telling you the woman's side. Most women want to get married.
I hear women's side. Most men want to get married too. Men just care more about who they marry than women do.
Okay. Then we have to learn how to talk to one another.
It's not just learn how to talk. We have to learn how to listen to one another and stop being so self-centered.
That's true. But I'm only going by, the only thing I have to go by is my experience. My husband died, like I told you. And my second boyfriend, he died too. So
I really
and my like I said, I'm 58, so both my boyfriends died, and so now I'm going to look in another race. I'm not going to deal with a black woman.
Hey, absolutely, absolutely, and it's a great chance you're gonna have the same result. It's fine.
I doubt.
It's fine.
I doubt.
Hey, we'll see. You have a great one, okay?
All right, thank you, sweetie.
No
Bye-bye.
problem. Bye. Oh Lord, she was stressing me out. You hear me? Stressing me out. It's just be amazing. Women be talking like black men don't. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We do. If you're not giving these guys a chance, how could you possibly know what black men are doing? You're going for types of guys. You're going for a type of men. This is not every woman, but the fact that until women start to acknowledge what men go through, that's why they're not marrying you. Why would a man be with a woman that won't even acknowledge his pain, won't even acknowledge that he goes through something? 9 times out of 10, the only time a woman cares about a man if she already loves you or she and you and her family or something. But if you a random guy, they don't give a damn what a man go through. They don't care. But men have to care about what women go through. We supposed to care. We supposed to they say black men don't protect black women. And I ask any woman, which one of y'all husbands, boyfriend, fiancés do not protect you? They get quiet. Because they want a random black man to jump in front of a bullet for them. They want a random black man to walk up and just a guy and just step in. Oh, you said something about her. I'm stepping in. No, that's not how that works. Too many men dying because of stuff like that. Too many men. I made a video a while back. I know a guy. It was a true story. That a man's sister was getting. I don't want to say the word, but she was getting. She was going through some type of domestic violence situation with her boyfriend because they be trying to flag everything. And she called her brother over there to come straighten him out, help her leave. The guy fights the boyfriend. The brother ended up getting paralyzed. He ended up falling down the wrong way while he was tussling with the brother. He can't move from his neck down. And guess what? She was right back with the boyfriend. She was still with the boyfriend. That story does not get told. Stories like that they don't reach people's ears. They don't care about that. Black men be doing stuff all the time for black women. Why would any black man want to listen? I said this other day, I'll say it again. I don't believe every black woman should be saved. I don't believe every black man should be saved. I don't believe, 'cause I believe that there's cancers in our culture. I'm not gonna. Why would I risk my life for a woman who's saying that black men ain't this? I don't need a black man. Why would I do any of that? You don't need a black man to say you go ahead. You independent. Go out there. He trying to steal your purse. Don't call for help. Defend yourself. He trying to steal your car. You independent. You got it. There you go. No. You got it. You don't need us for nothing. You don't need us for nothing. That your roof cave in. Call the women builders to come fix your roof. You don't need no man for nothing. That radiator run hot. You ain't got no antifreeze in the radiator. Don't call no man. Get under that hood. Get under that hood and get it fixed. Women don't need us for nothing. Go on, fix it. You got it. I would never be with a woman who screams, I don't need a man. Okay. Because as a man, as Jeremy L. Holloway, I need a woman. Hey man, I need her. I need her. I don't know what y'all be drinking on. I need her. At the end of the day, if women do not give certain guys a chance, hey man, if you're not giving certain guys a chance, it's a great chance you're not going to get a Russell Wilson type. Excuse me. Listen, I don't like talking about myself. I don't like going about myself. But before people start calling me famous, see, I already knew I was going to be famous in some type of way. And I kept, when women tried to play me when I was young, they tried to play me like I was some lame dude sometimes, because I was that gentleman, because I was that nice guy. When I was trying to be that guy, doing all these things, they would look at me like I was just some lame, some screw up. So I used to always tell them, just remember my name. God strike me down now. I always told these women, just remember my name, Jeremy L. Holloway. This was years before my first viral video. Just remember my name, Jeremy L. Holloway. They laugh. What that's supposed to mean? I don't respond. These same women, when they saw me all over their timeline, hey, how you been? What's going on? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I see you doing big thing. I saw your video. They felt funny. Oh, now they want to talk. They want to do all type of stuff. See, I don't like using myself, because I use myself. People try to use it like I'm hurt from that. I'm not hurt by it at all. I just understand that men, as women and men, we do the same things to each other. But at some point, women can't keep screaming about how these men ain't this when they all around you, just not looking at them. I say the same thing to men too, but I ain't trying to push this topic up. Do you understand? Like my ex, before I was famous, my ex-girlfriend told me what I wanted to do with my life was a fantasy. Amen. She told me out her mouth that what I wanted to do with my life was a fantasy. I wonder what she thinks now. But I appreciate her though, because she's the reason why I'm here today.
From
Tony.
We're gonna get Tony
to
in here.
accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Go to the YouTube, y'all. What's going on, brother? YouTube.
Hey, what's going on, Jeremy? Hey, first time ever calling in, big fan of your stuff, G. So what you were saying earlier about how like the whole thing where they don't choose Russell type because they don't know who he is, you spot on. But what's funny is, as somebody who's been on both sides of that coin, somebody who's like the so-called square coming up, like I done the military and all that, and then the funny thing is, I saw it happening right before my eyes. The minute you like fall back and boss up a little bit,
here they
come out on the other side. You don't even want nobody that's like that. You don't even want nobody that had the future type in their life all the time.
Facts. Like, fam, and this is the thing. I don't knock them, but it's like we not on the same page. We on the same level.
Right. The stats ain't matching up because the whole time you bossing up, you getting, you don't, like, I got my little credentials or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I work right now where I'm at right now. It's bringing in something nice, right?
Yeah.
But when I came back home, you know what I'm saying? Came back home from the Navy and all that. Same shorty that was in the hood coming up. I ain't want no parts of them. I'm like, I'm good, champ. And I'm from Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
And it's like we got this joke where something's a little defective. We say, oh, they got lead poisoning, something like that.
Yeah.
Because all the houses fucked up. But anyway, I used to say this. The dating pool in my city got lead in it. And you made another point about going to different cities. You get a different type of conversation.
Facts.
You run into a different type of person. And that's basically what it is. So it's like, listen, as far as like men choosing the wrong type one for the wrong reason, that happens. Yeah. But just like you said, it's accountability. I can acknowledge that I went after the wrong types for years. I can acknowledge that. I can hold myself accountable for how I allow people to choose me based on what I thought was more important.
Facts.
I can do that. We get enough people, and that old lady earlier, man, she was giving me a headache too, Doug. I had to pause shit real quick because she's wild. But anyway, like I said, man, appreciate everything you do. You just bringing the accountability to both sides.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You checked me a couple times on some of your videos. I ain't even gonna check.
Hey, that's being 100 though. Check. I had to check myself too, G.
I still watched it though. I still watched it. So I'm like, I needed to hear it.
Yeah.
So, hey man, you be easy out here, G. Thanks for taking my call.
All right, brother. Yeah, man. See, this is what I'm saying. Like he said it. I'm accountability on both sides, and that if y'all don't understand that, I'm never taking sides because at the end of the day, we need to all get our stuff together. Because once you get your stuff together, it's certain things you're not going to allow. When you got women still complaining about certain things they did with men, like, baby, you got to grow then. It's these men. No, it's not. You got to grow. You haven't grown out that environment to understand that there's different type of men out here. You can't even identify these different type of men yet. You're only seeing men as one type of guy because you're only around certain type of guys. When I started to travel and I was able to see a diverse, go to the city that's very diverse. I'm seeing so many different types of women, and I'm not talking about just her race or like anything like. I'm just saying how they move, things they wanted, their ambitions. I saw women who was passionate about things. I didn't see too many women that was painters in Memphis. Not saying they don't exist, but go to a bigger city. You see women who was artists. Like they're not all out here trying to be Instagram models. Or have OnlyFans.
Anonymous.
Why I can't hear the women?
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Are y'all using?
Goodbye.
Oh, she hung up. She hung up. But man, come on. I hope I don't know if I sent the voicemail or not. Well, come on, what we doing, y'all? It's all type of women out here, all type of men. Until y'all understand that you have to understand the different types of men and women. And understand why you keep attracting. Like, listen, I'm gonna be 1,000 with y'all. I've never. It might be controversial. I've never go to the YouTube, y'all. YouTube. The link is in my bio. Go to my YouTube. I've never chose a woman. I don't think I ever picked the wrong woman. I don't think I've ever picked the wrong woman, like to be serious with. I've never done that.
Call from
Jamaica.
Okay, I can hear it now.
To accept.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing? What's going on?
Fine. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah, I just wanted to make like one comment about the Ciara and the Russell.
Yes, ma'am.
But Russell Wilson. Yeah, I was getting mixed up. But anyway, I remember when I was 18, I had a guy like that and didn't know what to do with him. Like you were saying, like sometimes we're used to seeing a certain type, and I think I was raised seeing a certain type. And now that I'm 36, I'm married to that type that I was used to seeing. But sometimes I wish that I would have kept that guy that opened the door for me, that was more affectionate towards me, that communicated with me. My husband now, he's learning to do those things, But had I known what I know now when I was 18, I'll still be with that guy.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate you, being the first woman to take accountability that has called in. But I will say, if I was your husband right now, I would be heated. I would be.
Well, I mean, it's the truth, though. We talk about that, but it's the truth.
Ooh, he better man. He a better man than me.
Yeah, it's the truth. You listen. You live and you learn. So he was used to a certain type of woman. So same thing. I mean, you live and you learn.
I mean, I get it, but to say, if I knew what I know, if I know what I knew, whatever, if I knew what I know now, back then, I would be with him. Then, like, that's tough. That's a tough.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have said it like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was how you said it.
Yeah, but I'm an honest person, so
man, you could be honest,
and that's one thing I think my husband appreciated about me. It is what it is. At the end of the day, like you always, you say it.
It is what it is. True. It is what it is. But I would never tell my lady that if I did right, I wouldn't be with you. I would be with her. I would never say that. I would never say nothing like that. That is not. Because it leaves that door open to be like, oh, if he came back, he will leave. See, like, so that's that thing. It's like you're with him because I guess he wasn't your first choice. It's tough. I wouldn't. That's how.
Well, when you put it like that,
yeah, that's tough to tell somebody that I'm with you because the other person I want to be with, I messed that up. And if I could, I would go back. Like, that's tough. And then he says your husband. Ooh wee.
Well, we've been together a long time, so
okay. Well, listen down.
Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't leave him because, like I was telling you earlier, that's what I thought I wanted back then. I didn't know that's what I needed. So, as early on in our marriage, he was doing some of those things, but he went back to what he was used to, and I was like, this is what I like. But as I got older, I was like, no, this is what I like. And just this conversation just sparked that, so I thought I'd just call in and just be like,
and I appreciate that. And I also appreciate the fact that you said you needed it. You realized that you needed something. You needed a man that was affectionate. You needed a man that was like the first guy that you had like that. Because I always tell people that how you understand who you are as a man or a woman, or if to find that man or woman that's for you, you have to realize what you need. If you're walking around here saying you don't need a woman, you don't need a man, that's the reason why you can't find the one that's for you, because the thing that you need is how you identify them. Because most folks are going to have what you want. Most folks are going to have or pretend to have those things that you want. But if you know yourself as a person, as an individual, there's certain things that you need. Like, he or she may not have everything that you want, but like I try to tell people, like, you may want to eat pizza every day, but what you need is to eat. Like and what we typically do, we get the things we want. We get that pizza, then we realize after eating this pizza so long, like, I want something else. This ain't it. But you never stop eating. I think until we understand it's a difference of needing something, and people are like, oh, I need that person. Like, no, you need the thing that they automatically do that make them who they are. That's what you need, that person that's very supportive. Not they're supporting you because that's your man, that's your woman. They're supporting you because they are a supportive person. They are compassionate because they are a compassionate person. That is something that you need. And when you need that, you know how to pick a person versus, oh, he making this kind of money. So what? No, it don't mean nothing. Don't tell you nothing about that person. So I appreciate you saying that and you coming in and being one of the first women to take accountability. Now, I have not been reading all the comments, so I'm not going to say that none of these women have been taking accountability. Not going to say that, but you're the first one that somebody heard say it. So I appreciate you. You have a good one.
Okay. And
go ahead.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
I thought you were gonna say something else. I think I cut the conversation short.
No, listen. Oh no, I'm good. Look, I'm supposed to be working, so I had kind of called this.
Oh, okay.
I'm teleworking, so let me get back to work. But I appreciate all the conversations, the videos, and everything, and I just want to encourage you to keep doing it because you are reaching somebody, even if it's just that one person.
And
so,
that's why I do it. Appreciate it. You have a good one.
All right.
Bye. Yeah, man, we gotta do better, y'all. We gotta do better, ladies. A lot of y'all can fix this. A lot of y'all, there's a lot of Russell Wilsons around you. There's a lot of men that's around you, but y'all have preferences. I understand it. Like I was saying before she called in, I can say that I have never picked the wrong woman. I have never in my life picked the wrong woman. I've never done it. I'm never gonna do it. You all are picking the wrong guy, the wrong women. Like, so why do you keep picking these people? Why do you keep picking these people? Help me understand. I've never picked the wrong woman. The reason why I have picked the wrong woman because every woman I've been with was needed in my life at a certain time. I need it, but I'm a person that takes accountability. I'm a person that takes responsibility for my actions. So I don't look at it as a mistake. I needed that to happen. In order to become the man I am today, I needed that situation to elevate. But that's not how people look at things. Why y'all calling and hanging up immediately? So I've never personally picked the wrong woman. Even though it was devastating when things went bad, it was hurting. You cry, you go through it. I was drinking myself to sleep. You know, typical stuff what people go through. Depressed, I was all that. But once I started to come out of it and tried to understand what happened in my life, why did it happen this way? And I asked myself, if I'm the man I am today, I would have never been with that particular woman. So I needed to be with her to understand that I had to elevate myself. There was things about me I didn't know. Folks, they say things like, oh, you lose yourself in relationships. 9 times out of 10, you find yourself in relationships. You find that person that you really are. You might not like the person that you see, though. That's what it be. Most times, I'm not saying you can't lose yourself, but most times, 9 times out of 10, you will find yourself. You will see how bad you really are to people. And even when you got good intentions, you will see how bad your communication skills is. You will see how bad you are at listening. You will see how judgmental you are. You will see how unsupportive you are. You will see how petty you are. You will see your trust issues. You will see your insecurities. You will see all these things while you're in a relationship because you have to deal with these people every single day. And instead of you trying to address your issues, you would say you only had those issues because I ain't had an issue before you. Yes, you did. You did have them before now. That's why folks go to therapy to figure out when they start having these issues. Now, I didn't have to go to therapy because I told myself the truth. I was one of the few people that sat down and told myself exactly what I needed to hear, not what I wanted to hear at the time. I had to tell myself, Jeremy, you're not as good of a man that you think you are. Jeremy, you're not that good of a dude. Why should anyone want to be with you when you're struggling to be a man? To understand what it means to be a man. You're still struggling to understand what it means to be a man. I was 25 years old. Why should any woman want to be with me? When I don't even know how to coexist with a woman. I didn't know how to coexist with her. I stayed with my mom and all that, but it's her house. I got to do what she say. But once I got my own, I don't know how to coexist then. To be in the same space with a person every single day, I didn't know how to do that. To understand that she can still be herself. She don't have to walk around and be this particular woman, keep this same type of energy all day long. I had to start looking at women like they're human. That was my problem. I didn't look at women like they were human. I looked at them like they were women. You know, women supposed to be like this. Women supposed to act like this. Women supposed to be like this. That's how I looked at things. I didn't look at them like they were human. So I would judge them accordingly. Oh, if she has sex on the first date, that means she's a hoe. And I like, they don't automatically mean that. But If you consider her a human, it don't automatically mean that. But if you only look at her like she's a woman, that's the reason why you think she a hoe, because she slept with you on the first day. Even though you slept with her on the first day, but you a man. It's going over y'all head. It's going over some of y'all head. I know it. It's going over some of y'all head. Hey, I got into your YouTube. Princess, appreciate you coming in. Y'all can call in, man. Y'all can call in. It's fine. TikTok, man. Y'all go to the YouTube, man. Go to the YouTube. I don't really go live on TikTok like that. You feel me? I don't really go live on TikTok like that. But I just wanted y'all to see, you know, yeah, you know, how I get down. Hold on, move this over here. I'm moving it, y'all. Yeah, there we go. Somebody calling in there. Let's see what's going on.
Call from.
Nigga, pick up. It's Dominique.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
What's up?
What going on? You know you didn't want to come in and talk crazy. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna talk crazy, Jeremy. I'm for real, because I literally just wrapped up doing a show talking about this whole ordeal with Ciara and Russell, right?
Yeah.
So Channing Crowder, who said that statement about her, actually sent me a message regarding the situation. And I just feel like what men are kind of failing to understand is like literally everything that you said. And I feel like at some point people are tired of dating the same type, and they acknowledge that, and then they do a pivot and they date somebody that's maybe out of character for them.
Yeah.
And it's like, she's not happy. She's settling because we're used to seeing her with dudes like Future that drag her through the mud. It's always some sort of drama. Somebody hitting you up saying somebody is sleeping with your man. At some point, you get tired. I would hope that you would get tired.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, if people really take their time and assess the situation, assess who they are, you are what you attract.
Yeah.
And at some point, something has got to give. That's all I'm saying. I'm not in here talking shit today.
I'm shocked.
I'm not rolling my eyes.
I am shocked. You hear me? I thought you were gonna get in here and clown. I thought you were gonna clown.
No, I don't clown. I don't clown all the time. Y'all just catch me. Y'all sometimes say stuff that's off the wall, and I'm like, all right, let me just
come on. Not every time.
But no, but that's real. Listen, but that's the reality of the situation. And I think, as I was listening, a lot of people don't understand the concept of dating somebody that's equally yoked. And I think that if people, I commend you. I was surprised that you said I had to take a step back and realize that I wasn't a good man and I wasn't doing this and I wasn't that. A lot of people would never say that.
Yeah, I've said that numerous times.
A lot of women won't say that either.
Yeah, I've said that numerous times.
A lot of women won't say that about themselves either.
Yeah, and that's the problem. That's why I like when people say how I'm coming at people, it's like, man, I'm not saying it just toward men or just toward women. Like, this is period. Like people say, oh, to go to therapy, and I'm saying everybody can't afford therapy. What can some people do on their own until they get that money to go to therapy? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I had to tell people, I had to be completely honest with myself. That's the thing. I had to tell myself the truth, which most people don't do. Most people try to lie to themselves to feel better about that moment. I didn't care about feeling better. What I cared about was understanding, which is why I wrote my book, Understanding is Key. And like, I didn't care about feeling good, because feeling good, what I did, I drunk myself to sleep so I can feel good. Some folks do other type of, recreational things. You know what I mean? Like, so my thing was not to feel good. My thing was why was I in this situation? Why, especially knowing that I had good intentions, but why was it so bad? I wasn't trying to be a certain way. I wasn't trying to be this asshole. I wasn't trying to be this naive. I wasn't trying to be this self-centered. I'm not. I love this woman. Why am I acting like this? So I had to. That's when I stepped back and like, when did I start acting like this? And I realized I wasn't acting like this because of her. Because in a relationship, I'm thinking, oh, I'm acting like this because it's you. But it wasn't. I act the same exact way with everybody. But she was the first one that put the mirror up for me to see it. Because when you single, you don't care. You don't care about no random person being what they think about you, how they feel about you. You don't care. You know about it. You know what I mean? But once I realized that, like, bro, this is how you typically act anyway. You got to where does all this stem from? And I try to tell people the same thing, which is why when women are saying that about this, about like I said, I don't think Russell's a square. You feel me? I don't think he's a square, but I got what he was trying to say, what I assume he was trying to say. I understood that point, but I don't think he's a square. And when women saying Russell, he's not a square, but it's like, okay, but why are y'all not talking to the Russells then? Because there's literally millions of Russells.
It's interesting because having the conversation with Channing and him breaking down the concept of a square, to me, it still didn't do. I'm like, okay, this still is. To me, this is dumb because you're saying that because a person doesn't get bitches how y'all assume people are, and like I said, we only know what people show us. Yeah. Now, granted, yes, he knows him probably on a more personal level because of football. But I'm like, we only know what people allow us to see. Yeah. And we have to always remember that. And so he might know something, and I also might have, a pocket of information that can, dispute what his sentiments are. Yeah. And it's like, a person that is a square is a person that doesn't, that grew up kind of lame, and then they get cool or whatever when they come into money. And I was like, well, that's half the league.
I'm gonna say that's most famous people. Like
it is.
I mean, like that's literally facts.
I'm like, I think the issue here, and I was trying to break this down to my homeboy, and I was just like, okay. So here's the thing: it's just like you're seeing this person happy, finally happy. Whereas we're used to it being drama in the tabloids about this person because of their relationship. Yeah. And this person is like, you know what? I deserve peace. I deserve happiness. My partner should also be able to contribute to my happiness and not stress me out and to make me feel like, a subhuman being. Thanks. Like, and I told him too, I said, a lot of times the images that Black women see when we see ourselves on screen and we read about us in books, there's always some sort of struggle involved. Yeah. Like in order for us to obtain happiness, we have to go through hell to get to heaven, and that's not always true.
Yeah, you don't. I think there's people rationalizing bad mistakes. To be honest with you, go ahead.
Yeah, but like I said, it's a mindset that we have to break.
Yeah, and that's
women doing work on themselves and realizing, hey. The moment you feel like somebody is doing something or displaying something to you that does not make you feel good, that might be a character flaw with that person, and you need to leave.
And see, this is the thing, and I did this that's the reason why I do what I do. I try to, because I'm trying to break these curses that we have, this mentality that we have, and I don't want to do it in a disrespectful way. Like my thing is like. And because some woman was like, men do it too. Absolutely, we do it too. That's why I be on them. I be on them just as much as I be on women. I don't take sides. And you got people who typically only take sides, and that's their thing. Oh, I'm only going to talk to them. I'm going to talk about women. I'm going to talk about men. It's like, bro, at the end of the day, right. These people are creating a divide between the two because people are feeling attacked. I'm not trying to attack anybody. My thing is, if you want these type of men, and this is what I told, I don't know when you started listening, and I told these women, like, a lot of women want the Russells after they already know about Russell. Like, because I said, what were people talking about Russell before he got with Ciara? He was in the league about 3 or 4 years before he got with Ciara. Before he won that Super Bowl, he won the Super Bowl in 2013. Right. He married her in 2016. I did my research before I jumped on. But the thing that my thing is, like, it's not hard to get women once you of a certain stature. But when women are talking like he's not a square, and that's why I took what Channing Tatum was. That's a Tatum. Channing. I don't know his name, but what I took with Crowder. Yeah, what I was going with, it was like, he's not the guy that's gonna be, he's cool, he's a people person. He out here at the club, you know what I'm saying? How he dresses, That's why I took it at, because that's what some guys do call lame. But at the same time, there's guys that call men like Future lame. I say because being a square or whatever is subjective depending on what your ideal of it is. So that's when I was like, man, when women are saying, oh, how they want these kind of men, or they like this, like, bro, y'all only saying it because you know something about him before you speak to him. If you don't know anything about that guy before he speaks to you, a lot of women overlook the Russell Wilsons. I said women, I have more women now trying to get to know me because they have an idea of who I possibly am already. But when I approach women like a Russell Wilson with that respect and, they, hey, how you doing? My name is Jeremy, the whole little spiel of trying to be respectful, like women wasn't feeling that. But when I approached them on some more hood, I got better success with women giving me their number. I'm smashing or whatever. I had more women talking to me when I acted like a certain type of guy, the Futures or whatever. With all that being said, my whole thing was, if women want more Russell Wilsons, they have to stop overlooking the Russell Wilsons. They have to stop acting like they are picking these guys. You're overlooking him. You're not talking to him. Oh, he's too, because Russell Wilson's not the tallest guy in the world. When she got her heels on, she taller than him. But how many women are overlooking God because she put her heels on and she talk, oh, I can't do no man when I get dressed up and I put my heels on and I'm looking down. And women saying this stuff all day long while still saying they want a Russell Wilson. No, you don't. You have too many preferences that's stopping you from getting a Russell Wilson. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, and listen, I'm not looking down at no man. I'm 5'9" and I'm 6 feet in heels. I'm not interested.
You see what I'm saying? Look, that's why I said it, because I knew you.
I
knew you.
I knew you. Back that up, based on my experience and the things that have happened to me, giving shorter men a chance. That's why I won't do it. But that's me though. I can't speak for anybody else. But what I'm saying is this. I think that we kind of live in this space, like, where we feel like money and all these different things like rule, like set the tone and the narrative for dating and all that stuff, which is something that men did put in place. So I think it's also interesting that we see, well, if he didn't have money, and not to say the money that he had, he might have, like, he might be somewhere in the six figures or whatever. But I'm saying that it's interesting to see that that's also like that spearheading this conversation, because I hear people keep bringing up the money as if he's still not an attractive guy. Like he's not educated or anything like that.
The money definitely plays a part. Let's not do this. Come on.
You said what?
The money definitely plays a part. Let's not do this.
You know what? But like I explained to him, I'm like, you're saying this without this money that she would not date him, and that makes him also lame. But like I said, that's more than half of the league. Like any league where we know that a lot of the dudes was like, like might have been more timid. They might not have been as outgoing and flamboyant as they are now.
But
so
that doesn't take away from.
But men have kind of set the tone for that.
But that doesn't take away the fact that, like I said, now you spoke with him. I didn't. But just listening to what you're saying, he may not be lame for men, but he's lame for women. If men, if men, you said just have to lead. Exactly. A lot of these guys wouldn't be getting none of these women, but they are able to get these women. Why? Because he has money. Let's not act like that does not play a part. That's why I said with when he was saying, I kind of understood. It's like, bro, how you go from Future to Russell Wilson? It's not just a totally different type of guy, but he literally has quadruple the money that Future has. Quadruple what Future probably got, he makes in a year. And that's just in the NFL, not his endorsements. To not make it seem like that does not play a part in her talking to him.
Do you think that also how this is the topic of conversation is because of like some of the posts that she puts like of them as like a family? Like, do you feel like that's why people could feel potentially a certain type of way, because she's also displaying her happiness? Do you feel like
No.
it is?
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate any woman or man showcasing their family on social media, because I'm tired of the narrative of black men not stepping up, black men not doing this. And like I said in my video, Russell Wilson is the kind of man that I would want my daughters to be with. So I don't, if men are mad, if guys are mad because she's posting Russell Wilson and them as a family, I mean, that's some individual thing, but I don't think no grown man cares, because there's grown men that's not in their children's lives every single day, and they baby mama or ex-wife now has a new man, and they have to come to some type of agreement with this man. You know what I mean? Like it's so it's more men that's actually they have blended families, and there's other men that have to understand what's going on. So to talk as if she posting her being happy as a problem, I don't think. But like I said, I'm not a person who be on celebrities posting. You know what I'm saying? I just kept seeing people talking about it. I'm like, why people keep talking about this? Like, and I listened to what Shannon said. I'm like, I get what he's saying, because if he didn't have money, if that was the case, why are women not more with those type of guys than they are with the future type of men? And that's the thing.
But I don't necessarily believe that it's not more women with a Russell Wilson. I just think that we just don't necessarily hear about it because of.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Oh, when they get in their 30s,
you know, like kind of how like
Russell
society
Wilson
is set up, so we survive.
Yeah,
we thrive in those spaces of toxicity. Unfortunately,
no, I'm gonna say that the Russell Wilson type of guys. I don't know. I don't think you said it the right way, but we're gonna ride like it go there.
I did. I said toxicity, like toxicity.
I'm not. It's a word, but you ain't saying it where it is, but how it's supposed to be said. You ain't pronouncing.
Okay.
But it's okay. It's good, because I don't want to get tongue tied either. So I ain't gonna say it either. But I'm with you. But what I'm saying is the Russell Wilson type of guys typically. This is not every time. But they typically have to wait until she's done playing. The Russell Wilsons typically have to wait until these women are done with these hot girl summers, and they have to wait until she has a child or so. Or the Russell Wilson types typically have to wait. So just like she had to learn, she wanted something different, and she found just so happened she found a millionaire Russell Wilson. But the type of guy is typically around women all the time. Why are women not getting with these guys first, so they won't be hurt with the futures and all this other stuff? Women literally met them Russell Wilson type of guys, and they're all around. You just ask them. They say it. Women don't want good guys. They want the bad guy. These are the Russell Wilsons. They want the bad boys. These guys have been saying this for years. These are the Russell Wilsons, the guys that want to get married, want to settle down, want to treat her nice, want to buy her stuff, want to be affectionate. Like, I've had women step out on a dude to mess with me, and he's a good dude. And I even ask him, like, you know, like what's going on? I just want something different. He just not fun enough. You know, we don't, but he care about you. He makes sure everything's straight. He makes sure everything you have, everything you need. He there for your babies and all that. I don't think you want a little more excitement. Just to voice that to him. Why you coming over here? Like I've had, and I ain't proud of it. I was young, but it doesn't mean that this don't happen. There's a lot of women with Russell Wilson types. I just despise how women are making it seem like they just go for this Russell Wilson, and they don't. They wait until their time. They done playing. They met with the wrong type of dudes, and now the Russell Wilson have to deal with all the pain. If she ain't healed herself, he had to deal with all the trauma. He had to deal with all the pain she had been through. He has to deal with the baby daddy issues. Like you think Russell really wanted to be in a situation to where he has to be in the blogs for somebody else's son? Just because, you know, I don't think that was Russell playing. But as a man, he stepped up like, you know what? It don't matter. I love you, and I'm gonna love your kid. Your son gonna be my son. Like I think he just stepped up as a man. But that wasn't an ideal situation for him.
Yeah, I don't have nothing to respond to that, because I agree. I think, like I said, I think a lot of times, like I said, I think it's a lot of the images and things that we see that tell women that we have to deal with and do certain things. And It is sucky. It is sucky, but I think sometimes women we feel like we could be Russell. Some of us feel like we Russell Wilson. Like a lot of us that have our shit together, we don't bring any excess, like baggage or drama.
What you talking about? Say that again. You said women feel like they Russell Wilson.
There's some women that feel like that. I feel like that to a certain extent. Like when it comes to dating. And don't roll your eyes. I know I say a lot of stuff for entertainment purposes. But at the end of the day, I know I'm a good person. I take care of myself. I don't like arguing with people. You can't argue in my house. I'm gonna put you out.
But what if you?
But it's a certain level of peace. I'm not arguing. I hate arguing. But I also believe that. When you don't come, when men, there instances too where men don't know how to respond when you are really trying to be their peace. They're so used to things being in chaos that they don't know how to thrive and navigate in those spaces where it's calm.
Yeah, it's most people. But go ahead.
Okay.
I'm saying that's because no. Most it's fact that most people don't, because most people like. Like you said, especially black people, we typically, this is not every black person, but the typical black person come from a traumatic situation. Whether it's being in the hood, not having a father, not having a mom, you know what I'm saying? Some been some type of, assaulted before. Like, it's like you see things you're not supposed to see as kids. Like it's typically the black community if you came from a certain place. It's not all about a long shot.
Yes.
But the fact of it is, like, you got people who that's the only thing they know. So I don't knock them. You know what I'm saying? I can say I don't really deal with them. But you say a woman, this is the thing when women consider themselves like a Russell Wilson. Like you say, it was shocking that you said it if I roll my eye. Like you considering yourself a Russell Wilson. Some women consider themselves Russell Wilson. It's like a lot of times women look at what men have to offer or what women look for in men, and they try to put it on themselves and will identify that as something good for men. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like a lot of things that I've seen women say that should be good for a man, we typically don't like. And when the things we do like, we say it, and women say we don't do this for y'all. So at the end of the day, a lot of what are men supposed to do with certain women? Like when men do voice what we want, we do voice what we like. It's like we don't do it for y'all. What makes y'all think it's for and it's like, so what should we say then? Then you have women who think, oh, well, I got my own place, I can pay my own, I got this. Well, I'm gonna come. No, they don't mean we like you. And then you got women who say, oh, they are at peace, but what the peace you referring to is not the peace we even like.
But like sometimes I think that, like I said, but those are dialogues that you have to have with that person and really understand and try to get to know that person that you are trying to date. So I feel like there's a lot of things that get lost in translation, even as you're dating somebody. And it's just really the transparency. And I think that's what we lack on both parts, men and women, is the transparency.
Yeah, but then, and I understand that too, it being transparent. But the thing about being transparent, you leave yourself out there to be hurt, which is why I try to tell people you can be transparent, but you have to understand like what to be transparent about. Because like if a person you talking to really don't care about you, it don't matter how transparent you are, they don't care. It don't matter this man or a woman. Like I could be transparent all day, but if you don't care about what I'm saying, doesn't matter. Most time people want, man and women, they want to hear things they want to talk about. A lot of folks don't want to have those tough discussions. I believe tough discussions should be the first thing one of the first things y'all discuss when y'all sitting down or whatever. Not that we having fun, we vibing together, but like, can y'all both sit down and see if y'all could have a tough discussion where y'all disagree and everything is still fine? Can y'all do that? Because those are things folks don't know how to do, in which they start to argue because they never try to see if they can just disagree with each other and things can still carry on.
No, that's real. Because for me, and I explained, I'm like, well, what were the, like the conversations or what are you asking? Like, because to me, I'm like, let's just get to it because I don't want to waste my time. And if I need to move on to the next person, if things are not aligned and we don't say like agree on certain stuff, I'm not going to stay in this space.
Yes.
But I also understand like how short and how long life can be. And I think that like I had a situation with a guy I was dating, he didn't want to have kids. Why am I going? I know I at some point want to have at least one. Mm-hmm. Why am I going to continue to entertain you? Yeah, we can kick it and be cool, but I'm not taking you seriously because you don't want to have a kid. And so I broke up with him. He wanted to get back together. Why do you keep breaking my heart? You don't want to have kids. I am trying to spare you. That's why I'm leaving. You're not budging on that. And I was like in my late 20s and he was in his early 40s. You were not budging on that. Sorry. Like, yeah. I gotta go.
Yeah.
But and I really liked him, but I was just like, I can't stay in this space because I don't want to become too attached and then hope that he's gonna change one. No, nah.
Yeah, I mean, in that particular case, I absolutely understand what you're saying. I absolutely get the fact that that being transparent in that particular way. But the reality of it is, a lot of people don't know. They can say, like, it's man or a woman. Like, you can ask certain questions. You say, this is what I want, what I need, whatever the case it is. But then when it's actually happening for you, you realize you don't really want that. That's why I kind of speak about understanding who you are as a man or a woman, understanding exactly how you tick, so you're not out here wasting people's time or you're not getting your time wasted. It's like, if you understand, like, people, like when I hear like all the couples that came to me, all the people who asked me for advice in my DM, stuff like that, like I can see the flaw in their approach immediately. It's like, it's like I already see, and I'm not a therapist, I'm not a relationship coach, but I know some stuff. And if you think I can help or whatever, and you ask me if I have some advice for you, I'll give it. You know what I'm saying? But I never recommend anything like, oh, you should do this. I'm not that person, but I try to get you to understand yourself. So when I like a small thing, women be, how do I get a man that this open up more? Like, what made, and I ask the questions. I never talk about the person they asking me about, man or a woman. I never talk about the person that they're asking me about. A guy could come to me like, man, this woman, she ain't doing this and the third. Okay, so what are you doing to make her feel like that? I ain't doing nothing. The fact that you saying you ain't doing nothing automatically let me know that you ain't even thought about it. When you haven't even considered that something you could be possibly doing does not mean that you are doing it. But like, for you to automatically say, just like when women or men say, I did everything right, it's impossible.
Yeah.
But you're saying it because you're not taking no accountability for nothing that's happening in y'all situation. And if you already doing that, it might be the reason why y'all have gotten to the point y'all at, because you're not taking accountability with me. I know you're not doing it with him or her. So I just like my next book gonna bring up all this stuff, like my next book about dating and just knowing how to identify certain things, because we talk about certain things to a certain extent. I think the basis of it. But I feel like as individuals, as men and women, we need to understand ourselves to figure out that person. Like I said, I've never picked the wrong woman. Whether it worked or didn't work, I never picked the wrong woman because I understood why I was picking her. It was never because how she looked.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what a lot of guys fall into. Mm-hmm. She looked a certain way, but it's like, bro, but the women you say you want typically act a certain way too. You feel me? Like, if she looks a certain way, they typically act a certain way.
Yep.
So you want this Instagram.
Ain't ready to hear that though.
Yeah, if you want this Instagram model, because like at the end of the day, guys can complain about women all day long about how they carry themselves, how they do all these things. But a lot of these women are famous because they that particular way. You guys make these women famous because you like their pictures, you like while they showing their booty, showing they whatever. you liking this type of stuff. Now you're mad because they believe that they can get whatever they want. Well, if you wasn't giving them no attention, they wouldn't believe that. If you wasn't, if guys, and they get back to what you were saying about these lame dudes, these dudes was so lame before they became famous and got money. They started getting this money and they started paying women and they messed the game up.
Like, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, people, but everything, you know, has a lane in a space. And I feel like sometimes what happens is that I feel like we've talked about this before, because we have so, I think sometimes women don't realize the power that they possess in general, and they fall to the okie doke. But also with everybody, especially social media, shifting the way that people interact with each other and the things that we see, the access that we have to people and each other, I think that we kind of now are in this space of seeing kind of like the repercussions of a male-dominated world of industry, and we try to move and subscribe to the tone and spaces that men have created, and you see more people kind of falling in line with that, which is where you have that disconnect.
You said men have created this?
They have created a culture that has come back to bite them in the ass. So now it's like you don't, and it might not be you. Again, I'm not saying all men.
I know, I'm listening.
But you know, I think that plays a certain part in it.
No, and I agree. No, and I wasn't gonna disagree. Like I don't have to be that guy that is a part of it, but I can be honest that I probably was at one point in my life a part of the problem. I didn't always look at women like they were human. I used to objectify women. I used to do a lot of things. You know what I mean? I was verbally abusive. I'm not proud of it, but it's just being facts. But I didn't know that's what I was doing. I was in the world where they said that's what you're supposed to do. You feel me? Like I didn't know I was doing these things. It was like, okay, this is what is a man supposed to do. But the more I had to understand myself, and I was like, man, I was messed up. I had so many issues that I didn't realize were issues because the world made it was okay for men to do it. So that's why I say now, like when I'm talking to women and men, I'm not just talking about, you know, oh, men need to take accountability or women need no, we all got to do it until we are, because now we in a point where it's just pointing fingers. And nowadays you got more men trying to settle down than women. I honestly, when men talk to me, I hear more men that's serious about doing something long term than I hear from women. And that's been, and I have thousands of DMs where I had to stop answering because it was like they were coming to me with theses of they be writing. Before I read one word, they wrote 20 paragraphs. It's like, man, I ain't got time to read all this. Like, come on, what y'all doing? But when I talk to some of them, it was just like, man, I can see, because women, what I learned from women, this is not all women, but women I've talked to, more of them care about how they feel at the moment. And men was trying to figure out how they can be a better dude long term. Like women, like, so, and that's why some guys get followers quick. I get on here and just promote women. Oh yeah, guys are bad. Guys do this. Women will be like, oh yes, but it's not helping you though. You feeling good at this moment. You having somebody just back up everything that you feel does not help you at all. Because at the end of the day, you're not taught how to find that guy. You're not taught why you keep picking the wrong guy. You're not taught any of this. The only thing you're taught is that these dudes are messed up. Now they're, and this is why I hate that concept, because if we keep talking about men are messed up, then that means that your life and your everything is in their hands. Until they get right, you're gonna go through hell. Is what you're telling me. Yeah. Until women do better, you're gonna go through hell. Like, no, You can stop going through hell if you decided to tighten up. If you decide to grow as a man, you decide to grow as a woman. You're going to stop dealing with those type of men. You will stop dealing with those type of futures. You know what I mean? To get back to Russell Wilson, you will start looking more towards the Russell Wilsons. But the reason why more women are not looking at the Russell Wilsons because they mindset is not like that. And the same thing with men. Men looking at these women because they look good. Like, the women I be seeing these dudes chasing. Sometimes, not all the time, I passed up. I'm cool. And I look at these guys in the comments like, bro, if y'all only knew, if you only looking at a picture of her, that she got makeup on, she got the filter on, it's edited, all this stuff, and you thinking, oh man, I marry her. Like, bro, if you were a guy that's talking about marrying a woman simply of how she looked, and then you the same dude talking about, oh, she worrisome, she crazy. Well, why you not trying to figure it out in the beginning? You only looking at how she looks.
Right.
You looking at just that,
well,
she bad.
But like I said, it's a lot of conversations that need to be had when it just comes to dating, kind of in general. Like, I feel like we all have learned outdated for things that we know from our parents and whatnot. It's outdated. Like a lot of the advice that sometimes that I've gotten from my mom, I'm like, girl, what? Like, it doesn't, because that worked for you doesn't necessarily mean that will work for me. And I think that's another honest conversation to have as well. Like, so it's a lot of work to be done.
Honestly, I'm gonna be 1,000 with you. Like, the best conversations you can have as when you're trying to get to know somebody is a conversation that has nothing to do with either person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I believe the fact that people keep sitting down and trying to have genuine conversations. And I'm not saying that that's not necessary. What I am saying is, until we understand that a person does not have to tell you the truth in these conversations. And most times people don't even know their truth to tell you the truth. Some folks tell you what they think. Oh, some guys tell you, then when you get the guys, women, well, these guys don't know what they want. They say this, but they do this. Because he could be telling the truth, but he don't know himself well enough to even be able to articulate exactly what he wants or what he needs and what he's trying to accomplish. You know what I mean? Like, you got somebody that maybe been single for 5 years, and now in the last 2 weeks he went in a relationship. Like, no, you might not want a relationship yet. Let's wait until you've been single and you've been wanting a relationship for a year, 2 years. Now, that's more of a commitment than, I'm tired of being out here. I'm gonna get in a relationship. Like, no, that might be some right now type of stuff. You feel me? You've been out here playing game. Now you tired of playing game. Now you want to settle down. Then you miss around, settle down, and realize it's not what you want. Now you back out here. Now you just wasted this woman time. Now you want to hurt it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So having conversations, I get it. But when you having conversations, my thing is, if you understand a person's perspective, you will understand them. So what I try to do with people is not ask them anything about themselves. I would just have simple conversations and see what their perspective lead me. And like, why would you think that? Why would you automatically believe that? You know what I mean? Like, why like when the lady was on and she was just saying, she just kept talking about, well, my husband died from this. And it's like, well, why you keep, and the more she talked, the more I learned about her. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the more you're saying your perspective of things, the more I see how self-centered you are, how I can see that you're not a person that whatever you believe is what you're going to believe. It doesn't matter what you told. So I know long term, we can't sit down and have no conversation if I'm going through something, because you're going to only believe what you believe. You're only going to speak from your experiences. Yeah. You're not going to ever see me for me. You're going to only look at what you've doing. It's like, already we already losing right there. You feel me? So that's what I believe. I believe that a lot of people, if we stop trying to have conversations, trying to talk to each other about each other, and it's not that you can't have the conversation, but that should not be the start of the conversation. Am I making any sense?
Yeah, no, it makes perfectly good sense. Like, but key thing, listen, being able to really listen
to absorb what has been said, asking the correct questions to get enough of that information out.
Facts.
You could have just started with your color is blue, and then blue takes her on a whole other tangent about whatever. But it's like really hearing that and understanding and listening to understand and not respond.
Let me give you an example. I'm gonna give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Now, I had this conversation with this lady before. A woman who was just, who was conversing. I'm just gonna put it like that. Who was conversing. And when Black Panther came out, the movie Black Panther, the one with Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
And this is what I try to tell people: a person's perspective will let you know about them. So we was having this conversation, and she was like, "I didn't like Michael B. Jordan in the movie." And before I said anything to disagree with her, I asked her, "Why you say that?" Because immediately I disagreed with her. But I was like, why you didn't like Michael B. Jordan? And her reason being because he had in the movie, he had shot the woman that I guess was his girlfriend or something like that. It was the only reason. And I was like, out of everything that you watched, you saw that. And that's I ain't like him in it. And I was like, that's an interesting take for you to just and not saying that she wrong, not saying that she should like him, but her perspective told me that she was, and I was gonna have a topic about this later, but her perspective told me that she was more pro woman than pro black.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just by that simple thing, it's like you're so pro woman that you're not pro black, because if you watch the movie, me being honest, I looked at it like it was Martin Luther King was Black Panther and Michael B. Jordan played Malcolm X. They both wanted the same thing, but they went about it by doing different ways. You know what I mean? And he had his reason for doing it. And I'm like, the fact that you're saying he was so bad because of that one thing, and I get it, I understand it, but it's like your perspective is telling me that you are only going to see something if it affects a woman.
Well, and that's how, that's a conversation for another day, because that's why I'm not a big advocate for even the feminist movement, because, okay, that's for another day.
Yeah.
Because that I totally understand where you're coming from. This is a conversation that I've had time and time again, trying to explain that to, like my homegirls. I'm like, you teetering, you playing with fire, and you're gonna get burned, and then don't be shocked when certain things happen.
Yeah.
From the, but no, that's interesting.
That's I'm telling you, like if people like a lot of my videos that I make when I like my acting skits, they're conversation pieces. It's to spark conversations. It's not that I'm never telling people how they should live, because I don't know them to tell them anything. But it's always a way you can debate something. You know what I mean? To have a conversation about something. And if you're dealing with somebody who won't even have the conversation, it's only about what they think. And it's like, I can understand that. Like, these are things that people should be trying to see if a person can do. You feel strongly about this. Okay, cool. But have you ever thought about it this way? I can see where you're coming from. I disagree, but I can see where you're coming from. Being with a person who can just identify what you come. How many women? I don't know how many in this YouTube chat. How many of you can just want your man or woman to just understand where you coming from? Not telling you that you wrong for feeling that way. Not telling you that your position on it is just wrong or right. It's only about just understand what they saying to you. But we live in a world to where it's like, oh, I'm right, you wrong. I don't care about right and wrong. I care about, do you understand me? You don't have to agree. Do you understand what I said to you? You can disagree. Did you take it in? Do you understand how I felt as a man, as Jeremy? Did you hear that? Or you just, well, at the end of the day, and I'm gonna let you talk, but I gotta say this. I always tell guys, like, when they be like, oh, if your woman cheat on you, what would you? I don't know. I'm not gonna automatically say if my woman cheat on me, I'm gonna automatically. I don't know. And the reason why I say that is because I don't know why she may have did what she did. Right. You feel me? I don't know how much time we put in. Like, what if she cheated? We've been together 30 years. You think I'm gonna throw away 30 years because she had one night with somebody? No. We got kids, grandkids, all this stuff like that. I ain't throwing away no 30 years because she had one night, 30 minutes. You think 30 minutes gonna stop 30 years? No. That's me though. That's me. You feel me? And I try to tell people like, man, at some point we got to realize it's an individual thing. That's why I try to tell nobody how to live. Because at the end of the day, I don't know you as a man. I don't know you as a woman. I don't know you. But all I can do is tell you how to identify who you're dealing with. And if a woman or man can't even have a conversation with you, what do you think is going to be like when y'all are in something long term?
I mean, these are all very valid points. And
I'm glad you're saying it, because normally you don't say stuff like that.
No, wait, half the time we talking about fluff anyway.
We talking about what?
Half the time we talking about fluff, like lighter topics. Like I feel like that gives me room to kind of object to some of the statements that are being made.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes.
A lot of the time. And so, and sometimes I pop in on something. I don't know what y'all was talking about, but I want to be a part of the conversation. So let's talk.
Yeah, you jump in at all the wrong times. You just get in and get the talking.
I know, and it'd be funny, and it's a good time. But even the situation, I was really trying to, when we were talking about the whole, I don't even want to say there, what happened a week ago. Trying to really understand Ryan's perspective, but also Ryan has to realize his mind works different than everybody else. So that's why I was really trying to fuck with him a little bit. But I'm gonna do better in life. I am doing better, and I appreciate you taking the time out to speak to me for 45 minutes. But my lunch is ready. I'm going to eat.
Yeah, you get out of my phone. I know other folks want to call in and all this, and you've been on here phone boning. All right.
All right.
But my bad, y'all. I ain't know she was on 45 minutes. I ain't know that. Y'all subscribe to the YouTube. Y'all can join the chat and I can see y'all stuff. Y'all can be able to see y'all can see the number on YouTube to call in. If you have an opinion on it, Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube, y'all. Somebody else calling in.
Call from a friend.
Y'all subscribe to the YouTube. Just
to accept
to y'all. Somebody else calling in.
Is it
call
echoing?
from a friend.
Y'all subscribe to the YouTube. Just
Accept
to y'all.
Oh, what is happening? God, try calling in again. I don't know what's going on. Did y'all hear that? It's just going. Try to call in again. I don't know what that was.
Call from Ciara Prince.
Hello?
Hello.
There we go.
Sorry.
I don't know what that was.
I was trying. Hello?
Is it are you listening to me on YouTube too? That's what it is, huh?
Yeah, that's why I was trying to turn it down.
Okay, I'm sure. I'm hearing it 5 times. Okay, what's going on?
I just wanted to chime in on your conversation. I was just listening at some of the dissenting opinions, and that lady was stressing me out too. So
who the last?
I'm an older woman as well.
Which one? Who
the one before was talking about her husband dying of AIDS.
Oh my God.
And I was hearing a very personal story.
Yeah.
But I just I kind of I follow you on Instagram and stuff, and I like some of your skits.
Appreciate
but
that.
I'm 47, just to start with that. So I'm probably away from some of the age group you got here. But I just realized that in my 47 years and being divorced and not having very good luck at the dating world, that things change generationally, but they kind of do stay the same. Yeah. By the time you're my age and you're still trying to date and you want to date within your age range, everybody got some kind of garbage or baggage that they're carrying.
Yes, they do.
And I personally feel like you have to mature. And there are people running around here old as hell, like little kids, don't know how to just be okay and be in touch with their feelings. And that goes for men and women.
Absolutely.
I do hear when you're speaking, it seems to me, and this is just my opinion, I'm gonna stop talking so much, that somewhere along the line you've been disappointed, or it feels like disappointment from women that think that they should have a higher status than they should, or think that because they're moms that automatically makes them some type of superwoman, or it means that they should get a badge of honor that they don't necessarily or didn't necessarily earn. Mm-hmm. That's something I can relate to, because the people in my life have really disappointed me, men and women. So going all the way back to what your original question was, which is why I tuned in the first place, is Russell a square? Hell no, he not no square. Not from a child to a grown man. Should anybody think that this man behaving in this manner is a square? Mm-hmm. I also don't believe that Ciara is only with him because he's that rich.
I don't think that
I personally would have chose him broke or rich because of what he represents. Is that person a different person, the rich version and the broke version? Probably, because that broke part is something that wears on anybody, not just a man. It wears on women too when you don't have everything you need. But being a goodness on the inside is something that you either have or you don't. Mm-hmm. And you might not be able to buy all these fancy things, but you can still be that good person. But that part where you don't have the money is going to make you react and behave in different situations in different ways. Are you following me? I hope I'm not going left with this.
You good. I'm listening to you.
What I'm trying to get at is I would love to have a broke ass Russell Simmons. Just so I can have somebody that I could talk to, who respected me, who would be there for my situations, and I could be there for his. Mm-hmm. He ain't got to be rich, and he ain't got to be Future. Have I gone for Future in the past? Yes, that's why I'm divorced.
I know you have. You don't tell me what I know. Go ahead.
But it's not because I was shallow, or in my life, I haven't been a protected woman. Okay, I have endured a lot. Mm-hmm. And what I thought I was getting in the Future type was someone who could take care of me, protect me, keep me safe. Not you all this and that, you look good, you got it going on because you the bad boy. No, that wasn't what ever appealed to me. What appealed to me was I thought I was getting the right type of dude that keep me safe.
What makes you think that kind of dude would keep you safe, and a Russell Wilson type before that would not keep you safe?
Immaturity.
That's my point. There we go. Hey, there it is. That ding dong, the witch is dead. That is what I'm talking about. And that is what I was articulating. Like I said, I don't think Russell is a square. I don't think Ciara is only with him because of his money. I don't think that at all. I'm saying it played a part in it. Because if Russell is that, a lot of women would say they want a Russell. Like, yeah, you do because you know something about him already. But if that type of guy just walked up on you and you have no idea of who he is, what he has, most chances women do not give those guys the chances, or they put them in the friend zone. This is a fact. But my thing was, women are saying they would want a Russell Wilson because they know things about him already. But you're not gonna know things about the random guy that just walk up on you. And that's where I was saying earlier. It's like, at some point we got to realize, folks, I want a Russell Wilson. Like, do you? They all around you. It's not like they're invisible. Like, they're all around you. But what you see, what you be attracted to, are the Future types. That's what you go. You typically would give that guy a chance because something in you is attracted to him. But the guy that's just like Russell Wilson, because you saw the woman he was with before he was drafted. They were the same woman they made fun of in that same clip. You saw the kind of woman he was talking to, and look, he's with a Ciara now. At the end of the day, we can't keep lying and making it seem like women typically get. You want that guy now, absolutely. But how hard is it to get that particular guy? Once you got to a certain age bracket, not saying that you're old or nothing, but like you said, it comes with a whole bunch of baggage. A guy like Russell Wilson, he didn't have any children. He didn't bring in no outside children. He accepted her child. So when you at some point, we got to understand, like, at the end of the day, it might not saying that you cannot have a Russell Wilson type of man in your age range, but to gloss over the fact that these guys have been around forever, and women are overlooking these guys. And then now you get to a Russell Wilson type of guy around your age range, and he has been dealing with women overlooking him or putting him in friend zones for years. And now you want this guy to be like, oh, I still should be just waiting on any kind of woman. Like, no, it don't really work that way. Everybody has dealt with something and had to evolve and understand what it really was. So once again, I don't go ahead.
I was gonna say, but let me just say, immaturity is the main factor, I think. But there's a lot of legs to that. I mean, you're taught and you become indoctrinated almost just from your upbringing of what is safe and what is not. What's gonna get punched in the face and what's gonna punch something in the face. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not necessarily that you're so shallow you only want this type. It's at least not for me. That wasn't ever my case. And I'm even a person who I got type. Yeah, I like to look at something pretty, but I have never cared about that. I have never cared about that. I would take ugly, whatever people say is ugly, because I find beauty in just about anything. But I'm also a nurture type personality. So I'll be finding projects up out here that I think, oh, this one's going to work out. And it ended up being somebody trash. You know, to me, it's not necessarily all about you just didn't know, or you thought you wanted this bad boy type. I feel like that has been ingrained in you at some point, that you think this is the best option as opposed to a Russell Wilson.
Absolutely.
Not to put Russell Wilson types down.
No,
you know, because that wasn't me. Wilson. I wasn't out here just making people feel bad because they wasn't the most popular or they didn't have the dopest
but women
are
doing
that
it,
person.
I see this thing. You might not be that person, but just like you are aware now. I believe that women who are aware and understand where mistakes that you made, it should be more women discussing this with the younger women. Because at the end of the day, you only knew because what the environment told you should like. That's what you and that's so. Why are women not even, and not saying you, just saying the majority of women, they won't even acknowledge the fact that they are the women that overlooked these type of guys in the beginning or when they was younger. These women are saying, oh yes, I overlooked him, but I changed, I grew, now I deserve that guy. It's like, I understand their way of thinking and not saying you don't deserve it, but why are you not trying to help the younger women? Because at the end of the day, like I said, and it's always been like this. See, I'm to be 33 years old. It's been I've been on the other side of women thinking I was too lame, I was too this, and that's cool. I didn't care, but at the end of the day, there were women who thought like that. I mean, they knew nothing of me, but they thought like that. I would see these same women that, because we Facebook or whatever, you shoot your shot in Facebook, or, on the DMs or whatever, or out and you become social media friends or whatever. These same women I would see pregnant by the worst type of dudes.
You're right.
And they overlook me, and I'm like, bro, I'm 18. I'm staying in the suburbs. I got my own cars, my own place. I'm working. You know what I'm saying? I got a career I'm trying to pursue. Like, I play the piano. I'm doing all these things, but women were not looking at me like that. They weren't checking for that type of guy. They wanted the guy that was in the streets. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I get it. But at the end of the day, we're going to keep trying to make it seem like that's not what happens. And that's what happens all the time. It happens every single day. And women are not telling these younger women that's not the way to do it. Those are not the type of guys. And it doesn't.
Jeremy,
oh, my goodness.
It's a deeper issue. It's very dysfunctional.
If the women was you said son, if the majority of women was pushing this narrative of them trying to better these young women, do you believe that you would have been one of these women that did not choose a Russell Wilson when you was younger, if you had more guidance toward the type of men that was going to
more guidance may have benefited me?
I know
it may have. Yeah, but we obviously can't tell that now. It's
it may have. Like you said,
I'm what I am.
Yeah, but like you said, you wasn't the woman that was like, oh, I want a bad boy. It was just it was what you thought was gonna be the guy that protects you. You thought it was gonna be. It was like, yeah, because that's what they push that narrative. They only show that guy when you have so many
because
other guys
I had
out
no
here.
example of a good man.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
had none.
That's what I'm
And that's
saying.
many of our stories.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to have an example to see different examples. Like I don't have to have an example for somebody to tell me how to do, like I said, I had my father in my life. My father didn't teach me every single thing. Certain thing I had to learn on my own. But my father gave me a certain lane to go down. Now, whether I messed up and hit the curve sometime down that lane, I did that. But I was given something. I was given some type of direction of how to be. Now, does not mean I was perfect because I was taught that thing. I had to find my own way. And
Absolutely.
and with these women, and if you want me to be completely honest, I think the fact that we glorify women getting pregnant I think that's one of the issues in the community. Because if these same women were not just getting pregnant and having children, and they went through all the things they went through and learned these not the type of guys, but they don't bring kids and all these other things, you still have that chance with these Russell Wilson type guys. But why do women believe they can have a Russell Wilson type guy when a lot of their mistakes have life consequences? And because we
but do you
glorify
understand
women.
It's a community issue though. Because okay, so I'm the woman, I had the baby. But you was the dude who gave it to me, and you out here messing up your life too. But when you decide you want to do better, I should care enough about you to let you have a second chance, right?
I mean,
I think it goes both ways.
It could. It absolutely. I'm not disagreeing with that at all. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of guys that don't have children. There's a lot of guys that don't have children, and you have women that the fact that we glorify women getting pregnant versus how they take care of their kids. Excuse me. We have more women thinking it's okay to be that mom. It's like it's women now they have kids and like that and it's not. I seen so many women happy that they're pregnant, not understanding how their life is going to change drastically. Oh, I'm a singer.
Okay, maybe that's the immature side.
No, it's not the immature side. That's the
that
majority
is,
of.
Because I can tell you that I had my first child when I was 21, going on 22. I was about to turn 22. And I was glad that I was having that baby. But I wasn't married to him. He stayed going in and out of jail. But the thing that made me happy because I didn't have this in my life was the thought of someone loving me unconditionally and that I could love back. That was my happiness. All the rest of that crap was total fear. I didn't know what the hell I was going to do for living circumstances. I didn't know what I was going to do for money. I knew I couldn't count on him. I had moved to a whole nother state, didn't even have my own family with me. Like there were so many things that terrified me about it. But once I knew that baby was coming, inside of me clicked, well, you did this and you're not getting rid of her. So what you going to do about it? And I couldn't make the dad be any more than what he was. So I had to be that woman. And yes, I am that woman that you keep talking about, that you talking about you don't need no man. I don't say those words. What I am thinking in my spirit is that I've got to do this without a man if one ain't going to step up for me. I never want to make my brother think I don't want him to be with me or I don't want him to be the man in my life.
Why not
but
say
if you're
that
not
then?
going to do it, oh, I do.
I'm saying,
it hasn't worked for me.
No. What I'm saying is, you don't have to say you don't need them. Just say, I got it if I don't have them. I mean, I feel like
that's what I'm trying to say to you. But the attitude that you mean, like, I can do this, I don't need no man. No, I do fix my own car. I do change my own tires. I do go in here reading electrical manuals, figuring out how to do electrical stuff in my house and kill my damn self. I am that person.
And what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that a woman not supposed to. Because me, I would want to raise my daughter to be able to not have to depend on a man, but I don't want her to say that she don't need one. You feel me? That at the end of the day, the men that you say you want to be with hear that. The men the type of man, because that's the thing. It's not the fact that you can't do these things. It's not the fact that that you should not pick up where these men are not stepping up. It's nothing wrong with that. Because if that's the case, what do we expect women to do? Just roll over and die? But the fact that you're speaking it to the world, saying how much you don't need that man, and you have that man while still trying to say you want this particular man in your life. And why would he be with you when you're consistently voicing that you don't need him? No, who wants to be with anybody that say that they don't need you? So that's I don't knock a woman that can take care of things on her own. Absolutely. But I would knock you if I'm with you and you making it seem like I'm not here. You sitting here we park the car and you get out, try to grab the biggest, try to grab your luggage like I'm not with you. You got this big, no, I'm gonna grab it for you. What are you doing? You know, like I take it as an insult. Like what you think what type of man you think you're talking to? Like you gonna try to?
I don't think it's funny. I just had to laugh at that. I'm sorry, but I do hear you. Yeah, I take you seriously.
I understand people laugh. I ain't but I like that. That's the kind of guy I am. Does not mean that if I'm not around, she's just a damsel in distress. I'm not saying of course you can be able to do that. I want my woman to be able to change a tire out. I need her to know how to do that. Because if I'm not able to say if she's driving to another state and she busts a tire, she's gonna be stuck on the road. No, you need to, and don't wait for nobody to come pick you. You know how they just grab women. Don't wait for nobody to come get you. Go on, pop that donut, pop that towel, and put it on there so you can go and get where you need to be at. Like the essentials, I understand. So, but my only thing is, when a woman speaking in a negative tone towards men while saying they want these men, it's like it don't work that way. It's never gonna work.
But do you see how toxic over the years it has been towards women in regards that we can't do anything without a man? Do you see how you can put too much on one thing and end up going in the other direction?
Tell me how.
Tell you how women have had rise against a society that thought men could do it all and women could do nothing but have the babies and stay at the house.
Tell me how.
You know that's where we come from, right? And even more so as a black woman, we really ain't nothing.
I know this. I know that's where it was 60 years ago. 60, 70 years ago.
It's still kind of there in that like things have gotten better for us to work. Things have gotten better for us to be in positions of power. But look at Ketanji on that. Look how they did that woman. Like that's what I'm talking about. The Supreme Court justice. Did you watch any of it?
I saw clips of it, but this
they treated her horribly. But that's a prime example of she was trying to be respectful in an environment where she shouldn't have had to be.
I understand that.
That is not to go too far to the left. Just let me say this part. Not to go too far to the left. But the situations that men and women find themselves at odds at, especially us Black people, it was designed that way so we would hate each other and we wouldn't keep on, having families. But that's another subject too. But we're probably saying the same thing. We're just too busy trying not to lose ground that we're missing each other.
Yeah, my thing is I don't care about losing any ground. I just
I feel like you and I are saying the same thing to each other.
No,
I have to
go ahead.
I have to maintain my level of independence because nobody else is going to do it for me. But I don't for 1 second mean I got this, so don't come along. Wherever you at, my man, I hope you hear me now. Come find me, please. Because I want a man.
But this the thing. But
not at any cost.
But this is the thing, though. At the end of the day, we have to understand that our words mean something. We can say whatever. At the end of the day, our words mean something. If you're saying that you don't need a man for whatever reason, that affects a man coming into your life. Because you don't have to say that. You don't have to promote that. Oh, I don't need this. You don't have to say none of that. You can still, and I think being that they say, I guess they say women can communicate, which I don't believe women can communicate. I think men communicate better than women, to be honest with you. But when it comes to being emotionally open, I think women are better with that. But being able to talk, speak, listen, comprehend, I think more men do that better than more women. But to say what you're saying is, I don't disagree with everything that you're saying, but you're saying when women been really going through it. I understand, but from a man perspective, like from a woman perspective, I can totally get why you would say that. But from a man perspective, what do women say this like men are not going through it? Because you talk about that small percentage of men that rule the world. like every man is a part of that small percentage that rule the world. When you have everyday men telling women that they're beautiful and all this stuff in their DMs or approaching women, women are consistently being uplifted, but nobody's uplifting the black man. Who is uplifting the black man? Because you said
There
about
are
black
lots
women.
of women. So that's not fair because you generalize.
I'm not. As a black man,
I can speak for me.
I exactly, you can, but I don't know you. This one, just like you just generalized about what black women go through and all that. I'm telling you, as a black man, nobody's uplifting. I seen nobody means society. Of course, you can find that one woman because she likes you or whatever the case. But if that's the case, women don't even acknowledge what men go through unless they know what he went through, and even then, that's a problem. Like men, like women, they're quick to try to tell you what they've been through. I've been through this. Like he hasn't been through anything. Women sit back on their hands when they meet this guy. He has to prove to you that he's the right guy while she's not proving anything. I've had so many women feel like they think they're chasing me because I asked her to show me. Why would I talk to you? Why would I do any of that? Because that's what you want me to do, right? You want me to show, you want me to court you now. Well, that's what a man's supposed to do. So what do women supposed to do then?
I am guilty of not letting a man do any of that and being told that's why you ain't got nobody. I'm out here taking you on dates. I'm out here like, it's not a big deal. We just eating lunch. I got it. I'm that person doing way too much.
That ain't, it's not I'm referring to.
But it's not even about me, trying to buy a person nothing. It's just a matter of, I said, let's go to this joint to eat or whatever. I said, let's go. So when it's time to pay, I don't even wait for him to get the ticket. I go ahead on and get it. I have had people straight tell me that was a turnoff, and I did not intend it that way. There is people are multifaceted, especially us, and it is a generalization to say women.
I don't want to cut you off. Hold on. Hey y'all, subscribe to the YouTube, man. I'm finna cut this live off on Instagram. Y'all be cool. I'm sorry, I got him.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you good. I'm just finna get off the live TikTok. Go to the YouTube, man. Just type my name on YouTube. You're gonna see me on there. Y'all be cool.
You too.
No. Stay on. I'm not talking to you.
Oh,
I was talking to my other people. I had all my devices going at one time, but they about to die. So I decided to get off. But no, listen, my thing is when I say women, I'm never saying all women. The only time I say women or men is when I'm trying to separate the two. I'm not identifying that it's all women. If I'm saying something strictly towards this is what I get from women, I'm going to say women. If I'm saying this is what I get from men, I'm going to say men. I'm not saying that it is every woman, that's every man. But at the end of the day, I understand how to communicate. So I'm not automatically jumping down somebody's throat when they say all men, because you ain't talking about all men. What you're talking about, what you've experienced. I get
exactly.
it. But my thing is when women say, oh, y'all men. Now I'm like, hold on, because now you're saying all those men. Now you're saying, all y'all black men won't, all y'all. Hold on, because now you're going too far. Just say all the men that you've dealt with. Because the thing about it, when people speak that particular way, it makes them have to take ownership of what they have done. When people speak, oh, well, all the black women I've ran across, that makes me be accountable. But if I just say all black women, now I wipe my hands clean and it's them and not me. So we have been taught to not take no accountability at all.
Mm-hmm.
So they speak this particular way. That's why I was saying don't speak that way, because that's only hurting you more than it's helping you. Now, when I say something about the women, I'm not saying that women haven't been put in a certain situation. I say it all the time. Like a lot of the things that's how it's going right now is because of what we've done. As men, we've gotten here because what we have done to women. Because years ago, when women were just at the crib and taking care of the house, men were still having families down the street while she wasn't able to work. She wasn't able to vote. She wasn't able to do a whole bunch of things. You know what I'm saying? But now when women speak like that, now it's like that's not how it is now. And that's the same way people speak. Oh, well, I've been through so much, but what are you going through now though? Why are you still talking about how it was 50 plus years ago? It was not.
But that's you going back too far. Because I'm only 47. And my mom's only 15 years older than me.
Okay, and she wasn't able to work?
Was raised to believe she was dumb. She did it anyway, but her daddy told her she was dumb. The person who raised me as my dad, he told her she was dumb. If she didn't fall in line, she got busted upside the head. Just dumb. You just can't do nothing. You can have these babies. You can make me something to eat. You can have sex with me, but other than that, you ain't worth nothing. And you
absolutely, which was incorrect. But is that the same now though?
Well, like I said, I'm only 47. My mom only 15 years older than me, so that wasn't too long ago.
You said your mom, you 40. Listen, you saying
my mom is 15 years older than me.
And I said 50 plus years ago. Everybody has a horror story. Everybody got horror. What I'm saying to you is 50 some years ago.
But my daughter's 25 and she ain't doing much better. And I tried to teach her better.
Listen what I'm saying to you. I'm not saying that this is better for every single woman, but women are in better positions than they have ever been before in their life. The black women are making more money than black men are right now. To sit back, to sit,
That's by design to make you feel like we think we're better than you. But you hate us. And that is a design.
But see, men do not hate women because they make more than them. That's not why men get mad at women. It's how women act. Like you said, make us feel better. Women be feeling like they are better than us, which make men hate them. It's not the fact that you make money. Just like you can be independent as long as you're not independent with me. Because you're not independent if we're so-called together. Why are you being independent and we're supposed to be together? Why are you in a situation with a woman and she thinks she's better than you? It's not the fact that you're making more money. You can make more money. Wow. I know a lot of women who make millions but don't walk around patting herself on the back and talking down to nobody. But I know women who make 6 figures, 100,000, and think she better than Ed Man and make 60,000.
I can't speak to that. I can only speak to me.
I know, but that's not. But that's not reality.
But no, I want to tell you a story. Let me tell you a personal story, and you tell me why this happened, if you can.
Go ahead.
I'm a nurse. Been a nurse. I've been in the field for 30 years. I started as a kid doing other stuff. But anyway, long story short, I've been in the field a long time. Of course, COVID hooked all us up. So I do pretty good, and I know how to do right with my change. And the last guy, who I'm currently trying to get rid of, just side note, I really dig him. I still do, but I need to let him go, and I know this.
Mm-hmm.
But his main issue with me is that he made some poor choices in his life that resulted in him having a certain level of income. I keep trying to point him in a direction of that's not the end of your line, and you could do better, and this is what you could do to help yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Only because he keeps pointing out that I use money against him. I told you, I don't talk about stuff like that. You come in my environment, you see what I like, but I never, ever try to make you know that I think this, that, and the third of myself and what I have. That's just not my vibe. But he keeps accusing me of that. I have showered him with all kinds of things to let him know that I appreciate him, that, this, you said you need this for your business. Can I help you with that? That kind of thing. And he still insists that I'm using that to hold him down. And I'm like, I don't know. And then when I said no, he asked me for something, and I was like, well, no, I think you can get it. I think you can do it. I think you'll be fine. You don't need me for that. You'll be fine. That was then turned on me as not knowing when he really need my help. So when I say, how do you deal with a situation where you just exist? I have accomplished what I've accomplished. I am not throwing this in this man's face. But he insists that I am because of his own insecurities. How do you help a person like that, or how do you not be perceived that way with someone that's going to put that on you regardless? And this might just be an individual thing for this person, but I'm just giving you an example of this is the kind of crap that I be dealing with.
I got a question. What are you doing that's making him say that you are using against him?
I am just living my life. If I have something to do, I get it done. I don't ask him for anything.
There's a reason he's saying what he's saying. So I'm asking you, what is the reason why he's saying what he's saying to you?
genuinely, if you can help pull it out of me, we're gonna find out together because I don't know what I'm doing to this man.
And that's the reason why y'all are in that predicament. Because you don't even know why he's saying it. Like everything that you saying, like there's some people who saying kind of caught it too. Same thing I caught. Like you kind of leading me to where you're doing everything right, he's doing everything wrong. And that's
no, I'm not perfect.
No,
I'm not perfect. I got a fly mouth.
No.
All that.
See, I know, and this is what I'm saying. I was saying this earlier. A lot of time we think because we got good intentions, we think we're good. So we don't even identify when we're wrong. And you may not be intentionally trying to belittle him or make him feel some type of way, but you probably do. So I was asking you, what exactly did he say that you did that make him feel some type of way? But you're like, oh, I'm just existing. I doubt it. It's something that you're doing.
Told me.
What is it? Come on.
One time he told me, and he was very upset with me about this. He said that I'm always running around here acting like everybody's superhero, doing everything for everybody, like it's not going to run out. And that kind of hit a sore spot for me because he's talking about my kids and my mom and my brothers to a certain degree. Because it's like, I do look out for people. I do look out for my family. Like if they call me and be like, I'm trying to get to X, can you help me get there? If I got it, I'll do it. He don't like that at all. And I don't know how to turn that part off, and I'm not sure that I should. But we definitely have argued about the stuff that I do for my grown children. I should point out that they're grown, and my brothers and my mom. He don't like that.
Why don't he like
And we have fought like hard about that. So I know that's been some serious drag out arguments. And I can't see the wrong in me taking care of mine. I can't see it. Taking care of not paying a rent or nothing.
Because it's the thing. Like it's not about, it might not be about that you're doing it. It might be how you're doing it. Like I would have a problem with my lady if we, not saying we on a budget or anything like that, but every time our kids call, we give it to them because we can. No, I don't like that. I wouldn't like the fact that anytime my mom or somebody call, and you give it to them because you why you no, I would not like that because it doesn't, for one, it hinders other people, and then it puts you in a situation to where they automatically would do wrong thing. Not saying it's your exact situation, but if people know they can depend on you, they'll do whatever. They're not gonna be smart with their money. They should. They know all this fail. I can call him and he gonna do it. No, I mean, you gotta learn today. You gotta learn today. Like I like one of the people I know, they borrowed $20 from me. And I just wanted to see, once I started making a certain kind of money, people started to really ask me for money. So when I just loaned $20 to somebody, and I wanted to see if they was actually gonna pay me back. I didn't care about the $20, but they didn't make an appointment to pay me back, which was fine. I didn't care, but it showed me how much they thought about my money, though. Oh, you just 20, you don't need it. You don't know what I need. But the fact you think you just get it from me because you asked, don't have to pay me back. I don't need the $20. It's your mentality behind you paying me back. And I'm saying all that to say, like, it may be more simple than you realize, but being that you saying you got a slot, you got a certain mouth, you saying that you don't want to budge on certain things, it may be more than what you realize it is. But if you're not looking at it,
that's really not hard for me to see or admit. I know. And when I say I got a slight mouth, what I mean by that is if I believe it to be true and we going back and forth, I'm gonna say it. I try to make sure that I'm not being hurtful to people because I don't want to be hurt. So I think about what I'm saying as opposed to what I want coming back at me.
But tell me,
if it's facts, it's facts for me.
But how would anybody if anybody tell, like, one of the hardest things to do is convince people of something. I don't just want to speak. I only want to speak for myself, but that's one of the hardest things to do is convince people, which is why you have to show them sometimes. Most folks don't change because you said something. They change because something happened. Like you can tell your children, don't do this, and they still do it, and then they don't listen to after they in a bad situation. You say as a parent, I told you not to do that. What I tell you, I told you. Most people do not change until they have to see it. No matter what I can say to you about what he say, until you see what he's saying to you, and what that typically what happens in folks' relationship, they have to see that person leave them to know the severity of the situation, and then now they want to get their stuff together. Oh, I'm gone, so I'm really gonna. She left me, so now I need to really fix myself. Like, no, you could have been fixed yourself, but you didn't. But you didn't care. You couldn't see it until that person left you, and I feel that for most people, no matter what he say to you, you're gonna believe what you're gonna believe until you're actually in a situation to where you have to be seen a certain way. So when you mess around and leave him, then you give it somebody else, and you like, oh damn, that's what he was saying, and now he don't want you back. Now you want to be like, oh well, I had to make mistakes.
The part where I said we had to break up wasn't like, that's a whole long story.
I mean, I'm not trying to get into the
it's not
ins
just
and
that.
out. Yeah, I know that. I'm just what I'm saying to you. I don't think it's just that. What I'm saying to you is the fact that most people, because you said something about, oh, if that's what you believe, but most people are gonna believe that perspective anyway. You're gonna believe what you believe your eyes are telling you, until your eyes tell you something different. Because like, you gonna keep believing it, no matter what he say to you. So you can keep saying that, oh, he's this, he like, yeah, that's what you're gonna believe, because your mind is not open to believe anything else. And you think that you're really with him, really finding. No. I've had a woman when I was down and out at one point, she did something good for me. But instead of it, I appreciate it, but at the same time, it hurt the fact that she did it, because it made me feel less than a man at that time. To where I'm down there breaking down, crying, telling her like, bro, I appreciate it, but you need to understand me as a man. I understand you want to help, but you don't understand what this doing to me, that you're helping this particular way. So I
agree with you on that, especially with my kids. I probably overindulge. I do. And it has a lot to do with me being single with them so long, is that I think I got to fix everything, but it's making them, it has robbed them of a lot of independence. I do believe that's my fault. So I am trying to do better with that. I just don't do well with somebody from, I don't know, quote unquote, the outside telling me what I can do with my kids. I do have a hard time with that.
Oh, absolutely.
That's probably a fault.
Absolutely. I mean, that's how most people like it. That's why I don't tell folks what they should and shouldn't do. You feel me? Like, you see, I didn't tell you not to do for your kids. I ain't tell you none of that. I didn't tell you none of that, because at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm only telling you what could be possibly going on. And it's not just not doing for your kids, but I understand there's parents that do way too much for their kids, to the point, if you ever pass, your kids will be, stuck, because they depend on you too much. And it's like, you haven't gave them a chance to be that adult. You haven't gave them that chance to, and I'm not saying you for example, but you haven't given them a chance to really understand it. Like, what you had to figure out, you had to figure out certain things. Okay, like you just said, I'm gonna handle it. Like, you haven't gave them that same chance to handle it, because you're consistently handling these things for them. So it's like, how do they, huh?
I said, I can't deny that. That was very true. It hit hard.
I know, that's what I do. This what I do. So I feel like that's what being open to understand versus trying to, just push your point. You know what I mean? Being open to really get it makes more sense. It is more helpful if you just not sit in that space where I'm right and he's wrong, or she's right or she's wrong and I'm right. I just believe that a lot of us, we do things unknowingly, and we end up hurting the other person because we got good intentions, because we don't understand that person. If I don't understand my woman, me buying her flowers all the time, I could say, man, I'm always doing stuff for you. I buy you flowers, not knowing she hate flowers. You know what I'm saying? Like, she hate roses, but in my mind, I ain't have to buy it. I'm doing all this stuff for you. But yeah, she don't like that. I gotta do what she likes in order for her to appreciate it. Not just do anything and I bought you a Birkin bag. She don't even like Birkin bags, but I bought one. You should be happy. No, that's not the kind of woman she is. So if you understand the kind of man he is without feeling like you being attacked, I feel like y'all will really get, or feel like he's trying to tell you how to live your life with your kids or whatever. Just understand what he's saying to you, because I feel like that's what it happens 9 times out of 10, where people just don't try to understand each other.
I might try the communication thing one more time. But that ultimately, if I'm being honest, that is our main issue. We find difficulty in communicating.
Mm-hmm. How long have y'all been talking?
A year.
A year. And y'all and
I would
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll say and with this year time, y'all have not built a base of communication.
No, because my honesty is a problem. And even when I hold back, then he's like, why are you holding back? You're not being yourself. And I'm like, I don't really know how to say what I want to say to you without you taking it the wrong way.
Your honesty is a problem?
Yes.
Why is your honesty a problem?
He be doing because he do crazy stuff that is detrimental to him. And then when I say it, it's like, you didn't have to say that. Okay, then I won't say it. But then when it happens, I'd be like, I thought that wasn't a good idea. But why did you say that? So I don't actually know how to get across
because you don't know how to
what
communicate.
I'm trying to say. And I'm not going to hold him totally responsible for that, because again, when I'm speaking, sometimes my words are harsh, but I don't hear it that way. I don't hear it that way. But I've been told that more than once. So there has to be some truth in it.
Yeah, you couldn't deal with me. I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to be 1,000 with you. Like, because my honesty is not a problem for me. My honesty typically gets me more women than anything, because how honest I am. And I understand that my honesty may hurt, but it's how I say it, how I articulate myself. Like, I would preface my comment by saying, I'm not saying this because it's a problem with you. I'm not saying it's a problem with me. I just need you to understand this. And I'm only saying this because I want this to work between me and you. If I didn't want this to work, I would not be saying this to you. So the only thing, would you take it the wrong way? I never apologize for things that I say. I apologize for how it made you feel. I'm not going to take back, because I understand.
Okay. That is my sentiment.
I know, but I'm saying though, but it's
said it's my delivery.
But it doesn't mean that you can't empathize. Like, no matter how honest I am, I can still empathize with what I said, how I made them feel. I don't sit back and say, well, you want me to be honest with you? Like, no, I understand what I said could probably hurt your feelings. I understand. Because you acknowledge what they felt when you said it versus you sitting back saying, well, what you want me to say? Like, no, I know what I said could have been hurtful, but it was the truth. And I needed you to hear that because I care about you. I needed you to understand where I sit, because I can sit back, can lie to you and just, do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, that's not going to be beneficial to neither one of us, because I'm going to start to resent you. Now, if you want this to work with me and you long term, you want this to be me and you, we have to have these tough conversations. And I believe that people typically don't build that foundation of being able to communicate to where y'all may have those moments to where it's going to be a tough conversation. Me, I build that immediately.
I feel like the reason why I say I want to break up is because I have emotionally checked out, because I can't talk to him. That is what it is. And then when he says things to me, I don't feel like he's always telling me the whole truth. And I'm not stupid, but I don't search for it. You know what I mean? I'll be like, okay, and ride with whatever he say, even though I know that ain't the whole story. So I don't know. It's just there's a level of lack of communication and deception in my mind, and I don't know how to get that into a conversation.
See, I'm gonna tell you.
I'll give it a call.
I'm gonna tell you. This is how you do it. I shouldn't be telling you this because it's gonna be in my next book. But this is how you do it, because this is what people don't. When people don't build a foundation of communications, they tend to build up a lot of dysfunction between the two, because they never were able to address certain things. So when they finally want to address certain things, it's so much to where it turns into an argument. It turns into somebody getting frustrated because you all were never you wasn't addressing certain things, so you didn't build that foundation of communication. So when you're that far along, a year or however many years, because the longer you are with somebody without building that, the worse it gets, which is why folks need couple therapy and all the other stuff. But this is what I recommend you try. Try to have a tough conversation with not addressing everything. And I think when because people think, okay, I'm gonna try one more time to have this conversation. Like, no, just see if y'all can have the conversation. See if y'all just you don't let's say if y'all got 10 things that y'all have not resolved. Talk about one.
Mhm.
Don't let the
Okay.
conversation go to the other 10, other two. Like, no, get to one thing. Like, what is your like, hey, I'm sitting down to understand you. Like, if you are able to tell me like exactly what is the problem that you have when it comes to me financially. And when you do that, the thing is not to respond while trying to tell them something. You respond by asking them more about what they're saying to you. So
I
like, oh,
got
if he say, well, it's how you are with the kids. What instead of you saying, so well, you can't tell me how to be with my kids with it. Like, no, no. What exactly do me how me helping my kids affect me and you? Like, what really is it? And then once he say something, just say he said, well, I feel as though you doing stuff for the kids, and it's like I feel as though you do more for them than you would do for me. I feel like I'm just in which it probably be, because at the end of the day, those your kids, and you've been talking to this dude for a year, so it's probably the case. So your thing is to be like, okay, so what would be, instead of you saying, well, they my kids, like, no. So what the correct response would probably be, so what do you think how do I should respond? How do I should act with my children? How should I, what I'm saying? It's more questions than anything. Like, then you trying to have a conversation. Because if you're trying to understand him, he's trying to understand you. You have to ask questions, not give your opinion or voice your opinion or give your side of it. Because at that moment, it ain't about you. It's about them. Now, if they ask you a question like, so why did you do this? Then you say that.
Yeah, I feel you. So dig deeper into his reasons or his objections,
Exactly.
and give him a chance to really flesh out his answer.
Without you
Maybe I'll
interrupting
understand.
him or trying to say that he's wrong. Because at the end of the day, it's not about him being wrong. It's not about you being right. It is only about you understanding each other. And if you genuinely understand, and you saying you already checked out emotionally, it might be already too late. Because if you already checked out emotionally, it's kind of hard to get
I
back
mean,
in
he
there.
said hurtful things to me sometimes, or at least they feel hurtful to me. Maybe he think he being honest, but they feel hurtful to me.
What you think you? Oh
Um,
my goodness.
I'm being honest with you. Like, sometimes the things that he says to me makes me throw up walls, and I'm like, I can't deal with somebody talking to me like this. And if I was to give an example,
Give
it
me an
probably
example.
wouldn't sound that bad.
See,
Oh, an example, okay.
so that's what. Hold on.
He told me,
You don't
I'll be
need.
honest with you, somebody just said it in here. They said, "Oh, you just a damn bank." I did not appreciate that.
Are
It
you
made
for?
me feel like I
Are
was
you
worthless. Like,
serious?
all I am is money to people.
Are you
And
serious?
it really hurt my feelings, and I didn't want to talk about it anymore.
But see, the same thing you accused him of doing is the same thing that he did to you. He told you the truth. He told you the truth that all you is a bank. It's how he's perceived you, and that's how other folks may perceive you too. You don't want to believe that.
I don't
So,
want to feel that. Because, if I'm honest, I probably am. But that shit hurt saying it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
and you
I didn't
good.
mean to say that. I'm
You
sorry.
good. Not you good.
Uh,
But even though it hurts you to say it. It hurts. At the end of the day, you just said he has a problem with you being honest, while you having a problem with him being honest. Hence why I said you couldn't deal with me, because I'm never gonna lie to you. You could like
I guess I
go ahead.
feel like I'm coming from a genuine place when I am being what I call helpful.
But see,
And
this
I
is
guess I'm having a revelation right now, so forgive me because I'm a little bit emotional over that.
it's all
And I know
good. This what I do.
other people might think this is a small thing, but it's huge
Nah, this what I do.
because I want to be family. I don't want to be the bank. I
Yeah.
want to be supportive. I want to give love and receive love. And I don't mean for that to come at the end of a checkbook, but
If you want to find that out, don't give no money out the next few times somebody asks, and see how they respond. You will
you know what?
see.
I'm scared of that answer. I'm scared of
Exactly.
that answer. I don't
Exactly.
know that.
Exactly. So you would prefer to be a bank. So you saying what you don't like, but even though you prefer being the bank other than family. If you really prefer being the family, you wouldn't
Right.
care about being the bank.
You're right. That's messed up.
I mean that's the thing. So like we having a breakthrough, y'all. Everybody be cool. But that's the thing. You know, you saying, well, I don't want to be the, I don't want that feeling, but at the end of the day, you don't want to know if you're the family or not because you're not trying to see. Like if you say you tell somebody, hey, well, I don't got it this time. They get, you ain't got it. How you? They thought counting your pockets, you might be the bank. Versus saying, I get it. Oh,
I am
well, thanks anyway. Huh?
I just wanted somebody said, I hope she's reading these comments. I am. I see y'all.
Yeah, and I just
I don't mind hearing the truth. I don't mind hearing the truth, but it's the processing of that truth that's very difficult.
But that would
and
teach
that's
you
what
about
takes you to.
yourself. But that's how you learn about yourself because there's a reason why that process is so significant to you. That's when you find out there's been some long overdue healing that you have not done because you afraid of it. Because that's the thing of women being with a guy, even though he's not the right guy, he's mean, he domestic with her, all, but she stays because she thinks that's the best she can do. Like it's that mental block, like where it's just how it's gonna be. Like, no. You have to understand that there's something in you that's making you believe that. There's something in you that's making you believe that part of it is so significant to you. So something had to happen to you, something you've experienced had to get you to the point where you don't even want to feel it. At the end of the day, after listening to you, I don't think that he has been the issue. Now you can say whatever you want to say. Well, I'm checked out. I'm too honest with him and this and like, but are you though?
I ain't gonna argue with you. I actually agree that he definitely can't be all him. I'm 47. I'm divorced, and I haven't been in a serious relationship until I don't know. Have I? I have to think about that. I don't know if I have again yet. I mean, I keep getting in these situations that I don't really want to be in. So of course there has to be some me issues. I don't think I'm perfect by any means.
Yeah, but nobody's perfect. But huh?
I say he has some problems for sure,
Absolutely,
but I'm really not
does.
trying to check off his boxes.
You
I am
shouldn't.
trying to get to the solutions of how I deal with people, period, especially in a relationship.
How you deal with them
I
is
am
being
not
able to address certain
codependent.
things.
Somebody saying codependent. I don't know. I take that back. I ain't want to say what I'm not because I ain't figured it out yet.
How you do this?
But I do appreciate that was a hard truth.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to at some point you got to be honest with yourself. Like I told Dominique when she was on, like, and like I said before she got on, I had to be completely honest with myself because that's when I wanted best, when I wanted better for myself. I had to demand better for myself, and I could not be better if I wasn't being honest with myself. I had to tell myself my issues. I had to figure out why I was the way I was versus just annoying, looking like it doesn't exist or being in a space to where it's not beneficial to me. And I feel as though that's what most people do because that's the defense mechanism. Nobody wants to feel bad. Nobody wants to look in the mirror and say, hey, I'm the problem in all my situations. Nobody wants to do that. But the moment you do that and really stop trying to rationalize why you're so great, oh, well, I can do, yeah. But how does what you do affect other people? How at what you do, how does that come off to other people? Because you can't be with somebody and expecting to deal with everything from you. And that's I check myself all the time because sometimes I know I can be coming off a certain way. It's like, hey, I don't, and I would say it. I'm like, hey, I'm not trying to come off a certain way. It's not even on no sit down discussion. It's just like, hey, like just say if I'm having a bad day and the lady come in the room and she gets some of my bad day energy, I would apologize. I don't rationalize, well, I'm having a bad day. You came in here like, no, I was wrong. I apologize. Everything is not, and it's not sound flying. I'm flying off the handle, cussing her out type thing. But I'm not the most happiest person when you come in. It's like I'm going through some stuff right now. I try to articulate those things, and I feel like if more people did that, they would not be in a space where you are right now, afraid to even have conversation or just want to call it quits because you don't want to feel, you don't want to have that pain of that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd be all right though. It's all good. You're only 47.
I do. Very helpful. I don't know if it was divine intervention, but this has been very helpful.
That's what I do. I try to tell people I'm nice. I'm nice. Like I used to do. I was one of the first people really going live and talking to people. I was doing this in 2017, 18, going live and discussing things with people. But the more truth that I got, because you said you started getting emotional. I had a lot of people getting emotional because I made them look at themselves, that's what I do. And they get emotional because it's like it's tough situations. I never talk about those situations in depth, but it's like I still see the things that how people are avoiding certain things or putting themselves in bad situations. It's like at some point if you care about yourself like you say you do or you think you do, you would do it. But if you won't do it, that shows you how much you care about yourself.
X. No, yeah, you could have said that one better.
Huh?
I said you couldn't have said that one better because you like to believe that you care about yourself.
Yeah.
But the choices you make, they speak to that.
Absolutely. The choices you make speak to how much you care about yourself. Absolutely. If you care about yourself, you care about being that family woman, or people looking at you like that's my family, that's my mom, that's my sister, that's it, and not that's a bank. If you care about that, you will see if that's what it is. Because you might be surprised yourself that you not just a bank. It might just be because you might tell me you ain't got it, and they be like, "Well, I appreciate it. I'm gonna see if I can try to figure something else out and see if this versus you ain't got it."
I can honestly, children, I have never given them that opportunity, and that's a shame, and I know that is.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna go ahead and tell those YouTube channels because they already cussing me out in here. That yes, I am that mother who has debilitated her poor children because I won't let them be adults.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I appreciate you calling in. I might try to get one more person. I've been on 3 hours. I ain't think gonna be on that long. You have a good
I'm gonna
one.
listen to y'all. You too.
All right, bye. People, this is what I do. You hear me? This is what I do. And like this is one of the reasons why I stopped doing this because like I was like, man, I'm doing this stuff for free. I'm not a therapist by a long shot, but I'm not a relationship coach. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a love guru. My thing is about accountability. And being that I was a person that was in most of y'all's shoes, I was that person. That's why I talk about myself I don't talk about how I am now for the most part. I talk about how I used to be. Like I used to talk about how terrible I was as a man or a boyfriend. And I do that because look at the man I became. But I became this guy. And it's not me portraying myself to the world because I don't care what y'all think about me. Like, I don't want to talk about this, but at the end of the day, Will Smith cared what the world thought about him. And look how Will is turning out. Look how many things we're finding out about Will Smith because he cared so much about the outside world to where he's a 53-year-old man and dealing with a whole bunch of issues that he has never addressed because he was so accustomed to putting on that mask and making the world love him, but he not love him. I refuse to be that person. I refuse to be that man to make the world like me while I can't stand that person in the mirror. I focus more on me growing as a person. And I had to understand once I started to do that, I had to figure out why was I even that person? Where did it stem from? And it wasn't just how I was raised. Most of us was raised the exact same way. Most people didn't have a two-parent household, and some folks that did have a two-parent household saw dysfunction between the parents. We all got some type of trauma that we're trying to grow from. We all have something. And until we understand, and I just found out something about myself a few months ago. I think a few months ago, almost a year ago, I found out something new about myself that I've been alone for so long to where I would push people away from me. Before you get a chance to, I'm straight, I'm cool. And I was doing it not knowing that my life is different. I was accustomed to doing it as a kid, and now I'm 32 years old, and I'm still doing it, and I don't have to because I have people in my life that truly love me for who I am. Versus when I was younger, I didn't feel that. I'm like, I'm by myself, it's cool, and I didn't find that out by myself. So I had to readjust myself again, and I feel as though a lot of men and women we got to keep readjusting and understanding that we're not perfect, and you're not perfect, but it's not just you not being perfect. It's about you having issues. No man or woman have to accept y'all issues. I don't know if y'all know that or not. No man or woman have to accept your issues. I don't expect a woman to automatically accept my issues. No, I want to make sure that I have the at least amount of issues possible. I want to make sure that I am bringing the best version of myself to any situation. And does not mean I'm not gonna fall short sometime, but I'm gonna recognize that I fell short, and I promise to do better. I make sure that I'm on my P's and Q's. Because when you doing that, it's no pressure in no relationship. There's no pressure trying to make that person be happy with you. Because it's like, if you happy with yourself, and you know in your soul that you're not on no crazy stuff, like, well, what's wrong with you? I'm in a position in my life where I let women be themselves. A woman can be herself around me. You ain't gotta make me feel the type of way. No, do you? Who want to call in? I'm gonna take one more call. One more, y'all know. I don't know if y'all know this, but this link that I was posting, you could have clicked that link and you could have did the video chat. Like, you could have been, it would have showed your face if you'd have clicked this link right here. You and Mama about to meet Tupac. What? You in here tripping? Yeah, if you'd have clicked that link, it would have brought you in. Like, people would have saw your face. All right, what you talking about? Diego tripping. Let me see what y'all talking about. I ain't been trying to read the comments, man. I was trying to look in the camera because last time I did it live, my first time I did it live on this platform, I was looking down like this the whole time. I'm reading y'all stuff and I wasn't looking into the camera. Y'all in here tripping. What are y'all talking? All right, man. Y'all listening. All right, man. I'm about to get out, man. I don't know what y'all got going on. I appreciate the people joining in, folks calling in. I think people like calling in more than showing their face. You feel me? I've noticed that. When does the book come out? The book is still in its last stages, so I don't have an exact date of when my next book gonna come out. The book you see over here, Understanding is Key. You can either go to my website, jeremyoholloway.com. You can go to that and you can get the book, a signed copy of the book. You feel me? And this book right here is just breaking down different things. It's not an overly long book. I didn't want to have no real thick book. I wanted to, trying to hit certain points. I talked about being in love. I talked about wasting people's time. I talked about selfishness. I talked about like 6 or 7 things in my book. But if you click the link, I don't have the link on here. Probably should have put the link on here. But if you go to my website, it'll show you. I got new videos coming. Yeah, I'm gonna get back into my acting skills, man. I'm gonna get back into my acting skills because those were fun. It was a lot of work, but it was still fun. I was seeing people's reactions to it. I'm also trying to do my stage plays, man. I'm trying to come my stage plays, bring them to your city so y'all can see me and not just see me on social media. Trying to work on feature films so y'all can stream my movies and things like that, not just the social media videos. I just had to bring up Will and Jada. No, I just bring up Will because if you all notice, this is not my first time talking about them. Because I didn't want people to be them. You feel me? And just listening to them on a red table talk, it was like the things they finding out about themselves at 50 are things they should have been found out. Like, just imagine going 50 some years, and I'll just say 40 years of being in a world your whole life you've been living could have been so much better if you did one or two things. Imagine half because we don't live, a lot of folks don't live past 100. A lot of folks don't make it to 90. You want to live half your life and it's been toxic the whole time. And the only thing you had to do was do one or two things. So I use them as an example of the things they talk about. She's saying she ain't felt the love and all this. Will trying to find himself, and he 53 years old, still talking about know how he was raised, like situation when he was a kid. Like, damn, bro, you got 30 plus years of being 20 and up. All the things you've experienced. You got kids in their 20s, and you talking about when you was a kid. What we doing? Jeremy, you're doing Memphis well. Appreciate that. He knew though from day one. Now Will didn't know all the things he knew. And then even then, you know, you can know things, but you don't know how it's gonna turn out. You feel me? It doesn't mean like I think people don't rationalize everything, all the possibilities of things that can happen, even though you know something. A man and woman can tell you they're not looking for no relationship, and you know that. You know that. So you know it's good, it's cool. I ain't looking for nothing either. But you don't know exactly how you're gonna be in months from now. To where now you so attached to them and wonder why they don't want to be with you. So it's not just about you knowing things. You can know. They don't take away. They don't take away what you may experience in the future. I know I'm making sense. Y'all be cool. I know I'm making sense. Probably. Let me see. Probably got to find out love languages and be willing to learn the ones that speak to the soul more. I don't know exactly what you mean. To the express love and appreciation. Hey man, listen, I'm not a person who just go hell bent on love languages. You know what I mean? And the reason why I say that because I've recognized that love languages change. As you evolve over time, your love language is going to change. Typically, people love languages what they're missing. Typically, love language is what you're missing. And when you get that love language, now you're no longer alone. You don't really want it like that anymore because you get it all the time. So now it's something else. You evolve, and now like some folks it's gift giving. Now you're starting to get gifts. Now you realize that hey, you're not really affectionate. So now your love language is being affectionate. Like it's people typically they change their love language. So it's just come on. That's what I've seen. Cause I'm gonna say this, cause I did one of the love language things back when I was messed up. When I was going through it. I did one of them things too, and I realized that I don't no longer need none of that stuff. Anyway, man, y'all be cool, man. Nobody else is calling in. Fish, what? I appreciate y'all calling in, man. I may go live again later on and talk about a different topic, different conversation. But I appreciate y'all rocking with me, coming to the live, conversing, giving y'all opinions, calling in. Um, all of that, man. Appreciate y'all more than y'all realize. Y'all be cool.